All right, welcome to Free Agents, our Cypher system RPG set within the Beacon Space universe. While the faction turn deals with giant political organizations and factions, our game looks down into the Penumbra, the parts of society where light and darkness meet, deep in the shadows and cracks and the grey, the place where clients with exacting needs can claim plausible deniability and get the things done that nobody else can. Individuals within the Penumbra are known as our titular free agents, and a team of such will perform a mission today. Now, I've got some familiar faces here today, fresh off a mission only yesterday at Automacon. Let's meet Blodwyn. What you've got to tell us about yourself?
Robin is a member of the She from Sihi, a spontaneous AI race that are given biological bodies. They're an inquisitive explorer that fuses mind and machine. They generally go out into the world and experience new things. Fairly androgynous looking, generally going around in kind of a black kind of pseudo leather riding suit at the moment that kind of doubles as armor and an exosuit.
Very cool. And while you've been at Automacon, what kind of price have you been paying for your ticket? What kind of lifestyle have you been living?
As seems to be the pattern always, Bobman has been living a luxurious lifestyle.
VIP, backstage passes.
All the best food, best rooms, best experiences.
Cool. And a fellow lover of luxury, Cinch, what do you got to tell us about yourself?
Cinch is a clever explorer who works the system. Just like Bloodwind, she's been doing lap of luxury. She's been waiting for Automacon like most of her life. She didn't think she was going to get to go, but she's had some pretty good luck on missions. And although she's been put in danger enough times that she's just started wearing her leather light armor at this point, just expecting she's going to get shot at, even though she's here on vacation.
Cool. And need I ask, what kind of lifestyle have you been living?
Oh, as always, backstage passes, swag bags, the luxury, the works.
Yep. And next up, we have Sir Ziegler. Ziegler, describe your character.
Ziegler is a member of the Knights of Sihi. He is a strong-willed soldier who rages. He's an absolute mountain of a man, constantly clad in power armor, and seemingly always looking for a fight. As for living conditions, he's been at Automacon, but living out the back of his van. So he's not really been participating in whatever's going on. He gets interrupted now and then.
By interrupted, you've been helping Captain Trilby?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Been forced onto additional tours and so on, but yeah, he's basically living in the back of the van and giving his
tourist attraction,
speeches. It's become a bit of an attraction, I imagine.
And starting a conspiracy theory about bears.
Yes.
We don't talk about this.
Next
Bare
up,
truth.
an agent that we've seen around Automacon already, Whittle. What have you been up to?
Whittle has been perusing the various displays, looking at the various things, seeing anything that looks interesting, trying to work out how it works and that kind of thing. She is an inquisitive speaker who crafts unique objects, and she has been living the ever plagued by the ghost of financial decisions past, the casual, the normal lifestyle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you have to wait in line for the rides. You see Cinch and Bloodwind go past you in the fast pass. Yeah. And last but definitely not slowest, we have Fidey. What you got to tell us about yourself?
Yep. Fidey is a perceptive explorer who solves mysteries. He's a very stereotypically ascent former rapid assessment surveyor who's been settling in the free agent lifestyle and going all across the sector solving mineral-based mysteries. You'd be surprised of how often that comes up.
Yeah, you've been diving deep into some geological issues from time to time. Yeah, so everyone can take an XP for showing up to play and taking a free agent mission. For some of you, that means levels up, which we've done before the show. All our agents are starting to become quite capable in their own right. And the mission today has been somewhat of more of a traditional assignment. You've all had it via your email or via a console, and it's from Wolf, and not through meeting Shiri in a cupboard or on a spaceship. It has the subject sandwich recovery, and the body text reads, "The client has need of research currently in the hands of an Automacon attendee. A Cacti Oasis bobblehead marks their booth. Disruption of the event should be an absolute minimum. My ensemble has unfinished missions." That's Agent Handler Wolf of TTGI Station on Telas has sent that out, along with attached a graphic of an Automacon electronic ticket, which has been somewhat scrambled by the Penumbra Network low fidelity display, but there you have it. What can you do? To set our scene, we are once again in the orbital installation above the ice planet Gome. We see the ships queuing up in orbit. We see lots of space traffic. We see the spaceship glittering in orbit as Automacon, the grand convention for Aguamarlin automation and technical prowess. It's the 372nd Automacon. And I think as we come into the station, we see a familiar garage space. It has within it has a van, has a shiny hover bike next to it, and then a pink and sparkly hover bike next to that one. In the area of garage space that our particular team of free agents has been renting out while they've been here. I think what we see is Fidey. What do you look like as you've been told to come to this airlock in the Automacon complex?
So yeah, everyone else had this yesterday already, but what is Automacon?
So Automacon is like a industrial trade fair / convention. It is all like it has a Robot Wars arena. It has like showing off new spaceship designs, new robot designs. It's like an E3 or a PAX, but for robotics and automation. It's like an industrial trade show.
Oh yeah, I think just my regular attire will do entirely fine. No one's gonna suspect a guy like carrying a bunch of serving equipment.
Oh, absolutely not.
I'm gonna be less out of place here now than I usually am, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Like every other person here is either robotic or heavily augmented in some way. There's lots of people wearing environment suits and dragging around trays of like carts of equipment. So yeah, absolutely, you don't stand out at all.
Cool. So yeah. We were told to meet in a specific location. Is that what I'm getting?
Yeah. So everyone else has already been here for a few days.
Oh yeah.
In some case, the whole week. They've been here for the full team of events. As you walk in, you're in a garage space, typical airlock. Some like a medium-sized ship would normally be in here, but in lieu of a medium-sized ship, you instead see a bright yellow van, which you may be familiar with, and then a couple of hover bikes. And do we see anyone lounging around in the garage space?
I think
I don't think I am familiar with the bus, by the way, with the van rather.
Oh, okay.
so. I think Blockman is probably there, going over the changes that were made to the hover bike towards the end of the last session, making sure that everything's behaving and working. So you see a figure in black leather, kind of. Well, it looks like leather. It's definitely a synthetic material. But armor with the helmet off on the handlebars of the bike, as they've got the side panel off, and they're going over the mechanics of it.
Okay, I think this is the first time we meet actually, if I recall right.
I think we might have been on one mission before, but I'm
That
definitely
might be true.
but I'm dressed differently. I didn't have the bike before.
Okay. Like, I'm trying to recall. Okay, whatever. My character is a terrible at remembering faces as I am. So yeah, then what you see is my usual thing, I guess, is just like a kind of a fairly fidgety human, like with a whole bunch of scanning equipment strapped to his back, just kind of looking all over the place, rolling around in some Heelys. So that's my usual entryway. I do want to ask how crowded is usually Automacon, because I do have Heelys on, but I don't have any movement-based skills. So
Oh, you're gonna be crashing into people everywhere, dude.
Yeah,
just bouncing off humans and robots.
I think
and
I'll be
everything
treating
else.
it kind of like as a river. You go into the flow, you relax, you kick back on your heels, and see where it takes you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there is quite a few one-way systems in place around Automacon. There's a lot of stages and like presentation areas more than anything else.
Like at one point, you hear Finch like curse loudly, like either before or after a large sparking sound. And she just like pouts over this broken robot body and tosses a tool angrily.
Since you really should have someone who knows what they're doing to take a look at that.
I keep trying to just switch out the power cell. That's all I'm trying to do. And the nerd at booth 17 said this would do it. He showed me.
I think you hear muffled swearing and banging from the back of the van with just the muffled "Get in there!" kind of thing repeatedly being said.
Blobbing kind of manfully ignores the sound coming from the back of the van. Well, you say that he told you it would work, but did you let him see the robot that you were replacing the batteries on?
Yeah. He wanted to charge me like 6,000 howl to fix it, and I'm just like, how would I just buy the parts? But he showed me, and it's like I'm supposed to connect this wire to this wire, and like resolder this over here. It's a lot like an augmented heart.
I'd like to track the stats or whatever, the capacity output or whatever scientific mumbo jumbo you may want on whatever Flutter is working on as she's connecting that wire.
Sure. Make. Are you trying? Well,
I'm not. This is mostly I don't know, like a character beat. I'm not really trying to accomplish anything. I just imagine like a little LED display on my arm, and I want to see whether things like does it look like something is spiking up horribly, or is everything in a nice little sine wave or whatever it needs to be in.
Without a roll, what you can tell is that it Flutter, you can tell us, what does it currently look like?
Glitterbot's laying there with his chest plate open and kind of next to him, and it's like the power cell's glowing, but I can't figure out how to get the flow to regulate to actually power him and not overload him.
It's a 2-foot tall robot that looks like that on observation.
That's a nice looking bot.
Yeah. I found him, and he helped me, and he saved a bunch of us, and I want to bring him back.
In scale, it's about. I can't make it smaller. It's
No.
really small.
Yeah, I'm still certain that you're missing parts.
Probably.
Where's Whittle in all this? Is Whittle in the garage space?
I think Whittle at this point comes sauntering in, and she's got her Automacon 372 shirt over her dungarees, and she's like drinking a Slurpee.
Nice.
I love that.
Do I have any experience with Whittle building anything before? I don't remember.
Was Bloodwin on the mission to Planet Z?
I don't think
I believe so.
Then I don't think so.
Okay. So yeah, I guess one looks up at Whittle walking in, like, well, I believe that's everyone that we're supposed to have. Who wants to be the one to get Ziegler out the back of his truck?
More banging proceeds.
It just kind of like rolls her eyes and like gets up. She goes and like kicks the side of the van loud enough for him to hear. Hey, big guy, you coming out? You might get to shoot somebody.
This isn't working.
What's not working?
Sandwich.
Sandwich. Are you trying to have lunch under there? It's like
I'm trying to make a sandwich for the mission.
Oh.
You have
Why are
the
you
Try that
under
in
your...
pickles. Oh
Okay.
my god.
Okay, but you can't shoot people under your van.
Do you have the ingredients for a sandwich in your van?
Well, I've got a loaf of bread-like objects and some meat here, but the meat won't go in the loaf.
Did you try? Did you try cutting it?
What? No, the sandwich is just meat starch, isn't it?
You
get it in
can't
there.
Well, if you cut the starch in half, at this point, Blood's going to open the doors on the back of the van so we can actually see what's happening inside.
The picture is that there's just bread absolutely everywhere. He's been punching a loaf for like 20 minutes and ripping it apart. And there's just a hunk of meat on the side. What
take
do you
all
mean?
those chunks and like mush them together. That'll make a sandwich.
I'm like,
Alright.
Ziegler?
Like a bowl.
Can I attempt to make it into
persistent as always, I see.
Can I attempt to reconstitute this into a sandwich, Mr. G?
You do not have to roll for this. You can make a fucked up sandwich if you so desire.
Alright, it's a really messed up. It's just all the bread has been kind of compacted on top and bottom.
Can he roll to make it surprisingly good?
Sure. Just roll a straight up d20, and that's how good it is on a scale of 1 to 10.
Right.
Yeah, it's real bad.
Aw.
It's real bad.
Okay. But it could be identified as a sandwich.
Yeah, it's edible. It's like
Bites
In
next
it.
of kin and no one else.
it's been at the front of a fridge in a petrol station for the last 6 hours, and the lettuce is
okay.
wilting. Yeah, it's gross.
Whittle will like
Success.
Where did you get lettuce in that from?
I didn't put lettuce in it. It just sort of
A beard.
spontaneously
It's sprouted.
entered the sandwich once it turned into a
sprouted.
sandwich.
Whittle will walk up and pour a bit of a Slurpee on it.
What? What'd you do that for? You ruined my masterpiece.
I think you'll find I improved it. Have a taste.
No, this isn't for me. The mission was a sandwich recovery. I have recovered a sandwich, and we just got to give it to them, right?
You created a sandwich, I believe, was a recovery specific sandwich.
Well, what's the difference between this and that?
The other one had quotation marks around it. I go up into Ziegler's van and I do the quotation marks around his sandwich, which I think is appropriate. You know, like the hand gesture for quotation marks.
Yes.
And yeah,
What it-
we should be good now. I think Wolf should be satisfied.
Why are you flapping your hands around?
Oh, he just for again a sandwich.
What? Yeah. Ask for a sandwich. Why are you saying sandwich again with a flapping hand?
I'm not sure Ziegler is capable of subtext.
Like I said,
Ziegler. Oh god. Yeah.
this is like Finch is just kind of like backing out of the van. It's like, hey, big guy, you want to shoot? You want to shoot people? You want to maybe shoot people?
Maybe.
Okay, come
I
on.
can do that.
Who's
Well,
in
no, I
charge
might
of
let
the
you shoot
sandwich?
somebody. You just gotta be quiet about it. Do you have a sniper rifle? You can, like, sit you on the roof?
I do have a 3-foot rubber missile.
Perfect.
Oh my god.
He does have a 3-foot rubber missile.
Yeah,
Has
no, like that's
Has
not.
that been mounted on the harpoon yet?
It has, yeah.
Yeah. I've got my less than lethal loadout sorted.
That missile is almost as tall as Whittle.
Oh my god!
Landing it in her face.
I agreed to
Whittle
come
could
out.
sit on it and then get launched by the harpoon.
I
So
think I've kind of got out the van. I've got a bread and meat lump in one hand and a 3-foot rubber missile in the other.
Yeah, as Ziegler steps out of his van, it hovers about a foot higher than it was.
Dude, I thought you fixed those.
Well, they are fixed. What? They work, don't they?
Yeah.
it is
Yeah.
technically off the ground.
Yeah, exactly. What more do you need?
You know what? You're right. You're right, big guy.
So since Bloodwin and I guess Cinch and Whittle will also have a chance at this, have been wandering around the con for a while. Is there a chance that we will have spotted this bobblehead before, or has it only just been placed at the booth?
Oh, I mean, it's been there a while, but given you haven't been specifically looking for it, I think that's going to be quite difficult to just remember where it is.
Happy to make a roll to just try and remember.
Yeah, you can. It's difficulty 6 to just remember a random bobblehead that you saw on one of the dozens of Automacon booths.
Would this count as noticing danger?
Don't think so, unless a bobblehead threatens you.
You've
Did
tried,
it?
It's a very threatening bobblehead.
You've tried to fit the sensing danger into every role.
I mean, it's fair enough, right?
It's just really right.
Find the way it kind of worked for this.
Look, I'm the only person trying to put the things I have in abilities out there for people to use. Okay?
Would this theoretically count as a navigation check?
No, you're just trying to remember where a bobblehead is. It's not you.
I'm trying to navigate to a bobblehead.
No,
Yeah, in your memory palace. I don't...
No, I think that literally makes sense. It's just like trying to work. Like, if you wanted to know where like Glasgow is or whatever without actually going there, it would still be navigation. I think that kind of fits, right?
Yeah, but navigation doesn't help you if you don't remember that Glasgow's in Scotland.
Would focus and concentration
But
help with it?
he might remember where it is in context of other places where it might be other such things. He might just know routes and etc. because he's good at navigation and etc. I just think like you're really not giving that navigation its due.
Yeah, I'm really not.
Okay.
Would focus and concentration help with this?
Would I,
What? So you could be bad at it? Yes, it would be. It would help with this.
I would
No, I
rather
can really
not be,
focus on that.
I would rather not be fucked over by your video. I guess, thanks.
Lachlan, if you want to remember this random bobblehead, difficulty 6.
Can I apply my wrist computer?
Did you log that there was a bobblehead somewhere in your wrist? I don't think so, my friend.
Okay, I'll just roll it.
And you know, if you don't remember, we can probably just look it up on our brochure.
Yeah, no, I mean, the next thing Bob is going to do is just go look around. I'm just hoping that Bob just happens to know.
Yeah, just going to look around. It's such
I don't.
you
I
don't
don't know.
remember.
I try and remember.
Yeah, you can. It's difficulty 8 for you.
Why is that?
I believe that's impossible.
Why is that?
Can I just randomly guess?
You can't. Yeah, you don't remember.
I would like to pick a booth at random and hope.
Okay.
Oh my god.
This is all fun and games, but I do want to ask like a serious question.
Yeah.
Do we like Ziegler put up a good point actually? What it is that we're actually retrieving? What is it that we're actually retrieving, rather?
Well, I would expect that whatever the booth is for would be the thing we were achieving.
Yeah, like that's part of the job to figure it out, probably.
I imagine the thing that is currently being on display would be the thing they want us to steal.
Like someone's got intelligence that Wolf
So we-
wants.
Okay, so we don't know what it is, so we go there and use our best guess. That's fine. That's fine by me.
Wolf can't blame us if we steal the wrong thing from the booth that he put the bobblehead on.
Oh no, he can and he will.
Well, it's research. Oh, he just won't pay us. Like that's pretty much it.
That's the worst form of blame of all.
Worst case scenario, we have some random research we can sell.
I mean, you are very capable agents who all have ways of gathering information,
Yes.
including talking to people.
Of
How
what
very
it is
dare
that,
you.
what it is that our hirer wants from us. We need,
Well, you got the message. Like,
yeah, we did get the message. Yeah,
yeah, that's the information you have currently.
So, I guess
We've tried nothing, and we're all out of ideas. Like,
Excuse me, I tried to remember where the bobblehead was.
that's true.
I've got a lot of ideas, none of them are useful though.
Whittle.
Also, we have a sandwich.
Because we don't know for sure what it is that we're supposed to submit. Should we try to submit Ziegler's sandwich just in case that's exactly what Wolf wanted?
Again, if you guys want to give Wolf that, I'm asking him for your cut.
Technically, that might count as the prototype. We still need to find the research.
I mean, can anyone say what that is? That looks like research to me.
What are you guys talking about? Come on, we need to get on and find this bobblehead, yeah?
Let's go find
Bloodman,
the bobblehead.
Bloodman, I thought you said you knew where he was.
Find the
Well,
bobblehead, save the
I said
world.
I was going to try and remember. I failed to remember.
I mean, I've got the sandwich here to deliver to the bobblehead. That's the mission, isn't it?
Whittle will go outside the little hangar we're in and just start asking people if they've seen a store with a bobblehead.
I'm thinking we split up and look.
I would like to hack the security cameras to see if I can find it on the security cameras.
Okay, okay, right. Let's resolve this in order that. God, okay.
This is your mission, Cal.
Yeah. This is on me. Yeah. So, Whittle, you go outside and you start asking people if they've seen a bobblehead. And without rolling, yes, you meet many people who say that they saw a bobblehead, and you get descriptions of like Sports Star bobblehead. You see, someone said that they bought one of Makita Nabspun. You see some bobbleheads for Jade Braden. You see a big cheese bobblehead, which given it's a Robot Wars robot, it's quite impressive. But
I would
I'd like.
then.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
go ahead.
I'd then like to specify the cacti bobblehead that we are looking for.
right, okay,
And
Yeah.
I'm attempting to use my. I am attempting to learn new things, which I am trained in.
sure, yeah. You're also speaking to people, which you're very skilled in. Let's say it's 50-50 random chance you meet someone who has seen this. Difficulty 4. Intellect, I should say. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, I think you pull aside random con goer. They have they're clearly Gomies. They are taller than you, but still relatively short. They're carrying a heavy backpack with a satellite dish poking out the top of it, like a mini one. That's spinning on its axis and pinging from time to time. And yeah, they tell you that they saw it. They couldn't remember exactly where it was, but on an Amelhart Institute booth somewhere in the middle. Said that they were selling spaceships, and they remember maybe that there was maybe one of the staff members was pink, and maybe a globulon.
Well, Whittle will return with that information. So and say, it seems we might be looking for a pink globulon in the hire of the Amelhart Institute, somewhere in the centre of the con. If that helps with your search in the system for the actual stall.
That sounds like we found the actual stall.
Yes, I would like to open up the map of the con and look for an Amelhart Institute stall.
Yeah, Bloodwind, can you make an intellect check difficulty 3 for me?
Can I apply my risk computer to this one?
No, this is for remembering a pink globulon.
Oh.
Yeah, you've
I
got
can't make that.
Memory on the. You got a conversation in your memory on the edge. You can't quite place it. You open up your map and you can see 3 or 4 different Amelhart Institute booths.
Did Whittle mention that they were selling ships?
Can we go with his other idea and just hack into the security system?
Yeah, I guess at this point, we'll just hack the security cameras and look for a pink globulon.
You look at the 4 Amelhart Institute ship booths, and one is specifically selling tour masters.
A what?
Tour masters.
They're spaceships that are used for doing tours.
Okay.
Aw, do we get to go?
And yes, I do remember that I talked to this guy last session, but it completely escapes Modern's memory.
Yeah, something got scrambled in your electronic circuits.
I guess we make our way to the booth selling tour masters and try and find the cat-type bobblehead.
Yeah, you guys can make your way over there. You pass by as you're going through. You pass by a bunch of airlocks. I think you see the one that would lead to where Captain Trilby resides. You're wandering through Automacon. You pass by the sites that you've seen. Robertson Industries have a stall that is currently showing off a self-guided mop that can travel to a postcode given a city map.
I and nudge Ziegler when we see the moth and point to it.
Damn, they're giving them GPS now.
It's the Sunday, so it's kind of this is kind of like the everything good happened yesterday. This is the last day of the con, and yeah, they're really bringing out the less exciting things to the final day. Everyone's kind of got that ready to go home kind of vibe. Yeah, you're able to make your way along and find your way to a booth in the center of the con, where you see a large pink gelatinous creature, and you do see a cactus bobblehead on the booth.
I'd like to scan the booth to see for anything that stands out that might be detective we're looking for.
Sure. Just give me a speed check, no difficulty.
Give me a sec.
Yeah, I mean, as you scan around, there's a lot of information that you're just being bombarded with, picking up. This booth in particular, as you start scanning, screens near you at Automacon start advertising to you for scanning equipment as they've picked up.
Oh, that's anything good?
Picked up your scans. Yeah, it's all stuff that's going to be awesome in 5 to 10 years. Much better than what you have now.
When it comes out.
Yeah.
Get in on the Kickstart.
Where are these booths that are like? What's the standout advertisement? I'm scanning a lot of corpses, a lot more corpses than I used to. Usually, is there anything that's good for that?
For corpses, probably.
You know, anatomical scan stuff.
Yeah, medical scans.
Yeah.
Probably it's going to be an Aguamalin advertisement. Maybe partnered with the New Eden Gene Bank, something like that. It's probably the only medical scanner that gets advertised to you.
Aguamalin. Okay. I'm gonna note their contact details or whatever, and carry on with the mission.
Yeah, if you like cross-reference it with the convention map that you have, which I haven't described this to you that, but the maps that you have are like a theme park map where it's relatively correct, but all the attractions are like oversized and have cartoon drawings near them.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But yeah, the location that you know is by the first aid tent. Well, not tent, but the first aid area for Automacon.
I kind of like that, and I assume it's a little bit illegal with what they're doing, like just peering through the tent or so what, they're just showing off, or maybe they have illegal. Anyway, I like that. Yeah. I make a mental note that I'd like to visit, but we'll see what Ziegler does.
I mean, Friday, you will notice these targeted advertisements. Whenever you mention anything, like when you say "I'm tired," you start getting advertisements for energy drinks. If you say "I'm hungry," it starts big arrows pointing you in the direction of food court. Holographic, like billboards, like robots that come up to you and like go try the new Gom Cola energy drink. Like, yeah, anytime. Yeah, whatever innocuous conversation you're having, you're being advertised about whatever you're speaking about.
Okay, I guess as part of anyway, yeah. There's a thing I'd like to do with that, but before I even like do that, let's get that information that I scanned for, so I can let everyone else start acting as well.
The official catchphrase of Automacon is "Buy it, you need it right now."
In 5 to 6 years.
Yep.
While this is going on, I just want Ziegler to have walked in and triumphantly slammed the sandwich on the counter and then walk back out again and be stood.
Oh yeah. Is there anything specific about this booth that I caught?
Have we spotted the bobblehead yet?
Yes, you've spotted the bobblehead. Ziegler, as you walk in, Hello, sir. Welcome to the. I've forgotten what name I called their industry. Whatever, I'm changing it. Welcome, sir, to the Institute. Can I interest you in any of our services today?
I cut him off as he's about to. Yeah, blah blah. I don't need any of your services. Slam the sandwich on the counter.
Okay.
Yep, there we go. And then I walked back out, and I'm just stood by the entrance of it.
Just in case, I'm gonna check my comms pad or whatever to see if that completed the mission. Just in case, you never know. No, okay.
Do you send an email off to Wolf saying completed the mission?
I guess it's not that automated. No, I'm not that confident, but I would check just in case.
Yeah, no, you don't get an automatic payment.
Just with a picture of a sandwich on a counter in the middle of the gun. Is the bobblehead like near a specific display at this booth that would let us know?
No, it's on their counter.
Is there anything
just,
the booth is
I'll
currently...
describe.
Yeah.
I'll describe the booth for the benefit of everybody. Yeah, so it's as you can see here. There's a counter, like a shop till. Sat behind it to one side is a woman, mid-30s, late 30s, somewhere around there, working away on a computer console. And then the Globulon, the silicon-based slime creature that is communicating through a device floating in its outer membrane. You can actually see its lunch floating inside it as well. Bloodwind, you would remember. Well, you wouldn't remember, but this is Hammond Bravo you spoke to yesterday.
Yeah. So Bloodwind is now just looking around the booth trying to see what the thing that we're supposed to be stealing is.
Yeah, there's something about research and there's something about a prototype. So there's probably data and there's probably an actual physical item, which may or may not be on the presence of the booth.
Meanwhile, Finch and Whittle have wandered over to this giant black robot and what I'm assuming is 4 security guards.
That's just a generic audience. I've been lazy and copied the same model, but there's a few people standing around. Are you doing anything specific looking at this stage?
Oh, we're seeing what the black robot is. I'm trying to find
okay.
it out.
Yeah, so the black robot is currently speaking, and it's saying, as you cut in, you're hearing the middle of a speech, and it's saying, the fiscal quarter for last year gave us an uptick of 14.3% in the yields regarding the Cobalt motherboards. We are working on a new design. We're installing Paul Schaefer as head of marketing for the Aster system, and thankfully Eva Green will be stepping down to pursue her family life. And it continues.
So whatever it is, it definitely does not look like a super advanced prototype of any kind, unless it's there to induce mild boredom and mild information overload.
Yeah, it's a chunky C-3PO.
Cool.
Is that the kind of that's something that we've seen before? That's not a new development.
Yeah, you've seen a million of this robot. Yeah,
we need to pump the ping blob for information prototype research. I think. Does anyone do social here? Because if not, I'll start doing it.
But Whittle, 100%. Whittle. Yes, she does.
What? I think I said that out of character, but the way this would go in character, which would probably, I think Whittle has worked with Fight before, so she would know that it's time to intervene. It's like, we don't know enough about this mission. I'm gonna go and question the pink blob as to everything she knows. Like, heel turn and start going.
Sure.
Whittle will like sigh and like put like the last of her Slurpee away and like sigh and following. It's like ready for damage control.
Yeah.
Yeah. You walk in.
Definitely following.
You walk in to see Hammond Bravo, somewhat successfully, somewhat unsuccessfully, trying to scoop crumbs off of a desk without any perceivable limbs.
Yeah.
It's kind of flomping on top of it and trying to drag it backwards slowly, but the little pieces are really hard without absorbing it and does not want to absorb it.
That is adorable. I love that. That's out of character though. In character though, I give a sneering expression, which is fairly easy for me, and say, "What is all of this outdated crap that you have here anyway?"
The blob will shift its perceptions to you.
What does that look like?
Yeah, it looks like a bulge in the gel that goes from being focused on the desk to you see spontaneously you see a pair of darker orbs form inside of the gel, like they disappear from lower within it and reappear higher within it, pointed in your general direction, with a noticeable black pupil within the dark masses.
If you have a complaint, sir, you can speak to our complaints department. I'm very sorry if we've offended you during your time at Automacon.
Whittle will like raise a hand and like pat Fidey on the side and turn to the blob and say, "What's my brisk friend here in his not quite so eloquent way meant was we were wondering what exactly this booth is and what it's all about. What have you come to Automacon for?"
I am here to provide transportation solutions to small business owners. I think I spoke to that one.
And points out at Bloodwin, who's, unless you're deliberately hiding back there, Bloodwin.
Bloodwin has gotten distracted and started wandering around the back of the booth looking for others.
Okay, yeah, all right. Doesn't say that then. He goes,
We've been speaking to various industrial contacts. We did a presentation on the new model of Tourmaster due to be released sometime in the next 3 years, depending on production interest. May I ask which industry or organization you represent?
New? What's like again? Is this my overreacting? Probably does nothing. I don't know how good this blob is reading human facial expressions, but I'm gonna be like, yeah, it's impossible for you to ever know how whether something is like really new research or not. Like, new? What's so new about this thing?
Whittle will again like kind of just tap Fidey and be like, "Calm down, okay? Again, what's my well, you'll have to forgive the help. He's a new hire, you see. But you see, we're from a small company working out of the Telas system. You see, given all of the current goings on there, we figured that.
And our standards are very high, and I doubt very much that you can reach them. Can I scan the blob for like medical information? Just like to see, rough biological status.
Sure. In general society, this is considered a gross violation of someone's person, but you can do so. But before you do, while you are, whatever,
yep,
the pink blob is extruding a limb and slaps it down with kind of wet, but not as wet as you'd probably expect, onto the desk, and part of the desk flips over. And you see, it's like a tablet computer in a car dealership. It has newest model Tourmaster on it.
As you can see, we've upgraded the drive to the new Gen 7 specification.
Drives? Oh my God! I think at this point, all this like pretension of trying to milk this guy for information is gone, and I just want to hear everything about the drives. You see my nose like literally inches away from like the little projection, and I'm trying to see everything I can about what's new about these drives.
Yep, you get lots of information about the new model Tourmaster, and all the while, Hammond Bravo is trying to convince you to pre-purchase one.
Are the drives actually any good on this thing?
Yeah, they're good for what it is. It's like
oh my god, you, disgusting. So not really performance at all. It's more efficiency or whatever. Like no oomph, no burst of speed, no out. Can you outrun someone who's hunting you with this thing?
We guarantee 200 hexes between repair cycles or your money back for the first 3 years.
But what if we have a lot of repair cycles, you see, in our line of work? What if they're really, really close together?
The warranty is for engine failure if it's the hardware. If you're having some kind of accident, then we're not going to cover it. I would recommend you speak to your insurance provider at that time.
I would also specify that in the process of like talking about how, yes, we're from this small company outside of Tedas. I am using Spin Identity.
Yeah. The front that got used yesterday, which feel free to take it on, is the company Beer Coggles, who produce bar robots. If you'd like to use the front that Bloodwind used yesterday.
I think we won't, because they are the like. I think I mentioned like tour company just to kind of like get in the graces of like what they're directly selling.
Yeah, you want to be representing a tour company?
Yes.
Yeah. Any specific? We have encountered before. You would know from the mission post, although you might not know any details compared to some of the other people in the group. You would know
Trilby Monster Tours.
You would know Trilby Tours to be a company. You would know Speedy, spelled Speed-D3, to be a tour company.
I think, given that while I wasn't there, I was listening in, and since Trilby has some not so kind takes when it comes to my people, I think that's a perfect company to use, and if there's any full blowback from that, he deserves it.
Yep. Right. Yeah. Yeah. You are able to convince Hammond Bravo that you represent Trilby Tours.
I was speaking to 2 individuals from that company only yesterday. They didn't want to purchase a Tourmaster at that time, it seemed. They just wanted replacement parts for their current model, although they're 70 years old. The XJ is getting up there.
Precisely. That's why we've taken on this new worker here, and she points to Friday and says, as you can tell, he's a bit more in tune with the specifications, as it were.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, you Ascent, is it?
I peel one of my eyes away from like the drive tag that's being projected there, and like, how could you tell?
Your inability to stop moving.
That would help, I guess.
I had a pack of Icarosians in here today. They almost wore a groove into the tile.
I have one of my feet like in that groove already. Yes, it's a very comfortable groove.
Yeah.
But to get back on track, given that we are potentially in the market for one of these things, what exactly are you working on that's the most up to date and current, as it were?
Can I tell just from my inspection of the tech that they have provided us here that this it is advanced enough, is likely to be the prototype that Wolf has access for, or is this fairly rote, forgettable bullshit that we should not bother with?
Just from being a free agent and from examining this, this is a Nissan Qashqai. It's a people carrier. It's unlikely that this is the wanted prototype unless Wolf is suddenly interested in small business people moving vehicles.
Is he?
So,
I'm assuming the answer is no. That's for comedic effect, but still, would be nice to know if Wolf is trying to.
That would be very much out of character.
So whilst the rest of the group are negotiating with I forgot the name of the character already.
Hammond Bravo.
Hammond Bravo. I believe. Bob, as I said, he's decided to go around the back of the booth to see if there's anything interesting back there. What is this orange thing that I'm seeing on the map?
Yep, yeah, you recognize that to be a pretty standard security force field.
I see through that force field?
Vaguely, it's like trying to see through a plastic, a plastic tent that, like a marquee. You can see shadows behind it and vague shapes, but not specifics.
Do I see people moving in there?
No, not currently. You see what looks like either benches or boxes or the wall coming out in a strange way. Yeah, you don't see a lot in the room. Why don't you give me a speed check, difficulty 4.
Okay, I guess it's a perception check or something like that, right?
Yeah, it's a perception check, yeah.
Considering the length of the conversation that my party members have been going on, do I have 5 minutes?
Sure.
Cool. I would like to activate my ability Eye for Detail. When I spend 5 minutes or so thoroughly exploring an area no larger than a short distance in diameter, I can ask the GM one question about the area. The GM must answer me truthfully.
Absolutely. Yep.
Cool. Is the area beyond this force field likely to contain the prototype that we are being asked to steal?
If it does not, then it probably connects to a room that does.
So I
have to answer explicitly and truthfully. No, it doesn't, but yes, it does.
Perfect. I believe Login is going to take advantage of the people being distracted out front and attempt to hack this force field to let themselves in.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, sure. Going straight for it. Yeah, first, let's see how stealthily that you do this. Give me just a flat speed check, and whatever you roll is going to be the difficulty for people watching to beat. I'll do it as an opposed roll.
Even though I'm not right there, can I use Enable Others to help him?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think your character is aware enough to be able to do that.
Yeah.
I think I've just got up and done this.
Like, she could be providing a distraction, but she didn't know she is.
Yeah, I mean, you're distracting Hammond Bravo, but he's not exactly they're not exactly the security personnel.
I was just waiting to go talk to the chick in the back.
Speed rolls here. Cool. I rolled a 9.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's how well you managed to hide that you're doing this. And then, are you using any ability to get straight in, or are you going to have to roll to try and access?
Well, I was going to use Hacker to gain access to. access one
Yeah,
primary
with
function.
Hacker, you can
Yeah, I
you
assumed
can gain a bit of information.
or access the primary function.
Yep.
I assume a primary function of this force field is turning off.
You can access the force field. I don't know if you have like the password or the clearance to turn it off. You can access the security grid, and I can tell you some information about the security grid.
Okay, let's go with that.
Yeah, sure. So you use your, well, you tell me, are you doing this remotely, like plugging into the wall? What does this look like?
Well, I think I will activate my new distant interface ability because I can do it remotely.
Yeah. So like on your wrist computer, or given you're an AI across your augmented view of reality, you get information about the security net. You see the logo for the Amelhart Institute flicker for a moment, and then it requests access, and then the screen glitches, and you're in. You see like a directory of different systems. You see like point of sale, security, storage inventory, etc., etc. You access security, and you get the status for 3 security grids and quite a few cameras.
I guess
I 6 cameras specifically.
Yeah. I guess I would start looking through the cameras to see what I can see.
Hey, you try to access the cameras, it asks you for a password to like click on a specific camera view. You get like camera 1 status online, camera 2 status online, but yeah, you try to get their view.
Yeah, at which point I guess. Yeah, I think. I think I ping a message to the rest of the group that that I'm doing this so that they're aware that a hack is going on, so they won't be surprised if something happens.
That's a cool heads up.
And then I will kind of try and hack my way into kind of seeing those cameras.
Could you hold on for that? You might still be able to make it through the front door, so to speak. Is it possible for you to keep that in your back pocket? Do we have anything like in this? We are not an organized group. We don't have an established like. Do we have? I imagine we have like just a group on like some
we have a
WhatsApp.
We have a WhatsApp.
We have a WhatsApp group for free agents. Yeah, and like a whole 5 secs or something, and maybe me and Whittle can convince them to just literally show us the actual prototype, and we can walk out with it. Then I don't know.
Well, Bloodwind has a communicator, but I don't see one in your equipment list.
Yeah, that's fair.
So who does have a communicator who would have received my message?
Yeah, because you have sent this message saying attempted hack in progress.
Yeah.
Cinch has one.
I have one.
Whittle has one. Yeah.
I do not.
Yeah.
So yeah.
If you want it, I mean, as you think about it, a screen behind you advertises you the iPhone 777.
Yeah. So
that's great.
Yeah. So since and Whittle get this ping, does either of them attempt to get me to stop or pause anyway?
Yeah.
Anyway, I guess as he's doing that, we're gonna try and like make a big, or rather, I'm going to try. I'm not sure if Whittle's gonna follow through. Gonna try and make a big show about like, well, honestly, this deck that you showed us is crap. We are looking for, and I look, side to side, to do some extreme tours in very dangerous conditions. We've been told that your company might provide some new technology having to do with that. Is that something you can do? I'm crap at social, by the way. So if there's any tells that that there's something up, I'm probably like emanating them like crazy,
giving them all.
You're starting to maybe be able to detect shifts on emotion on this thing that's not humanoid and doesn't have distinct features. When it speaks to you, the surface of its membrane is like vibrating, and then the device in its surface is interpreting those vibrations as sound and broadcasting them. And yeah, you get the tone changes to like excitement.
What
Excitement.
you've chosen a somewhat poor time, the very end of the convention. But if you want to have a corporate meeting, I do enjoy corporate meetings. I want to have a sit-down discussion about investment into new technologies. We can probably fit you in before the convention ends. Ellie, what do you think?
Huh? What?
Corporate meeting, Trilby tours.
Yeah, whatever. We can fit them in. And it goes back to what she's doing.
And then she go
Okay.
back there to sort of play with a bobblehead and say hi.
You
And
cannot.
after
If you try to go past the desk, Hammond will turn to you.
Excuse me, miss. Please don't come behind the desk. It's employees only.
Which
playing with the bobblehead at this point.
is a very and Whittle will go. That does sound quite interesting. What exactly kind of details can you give me about that sort of thing? And then she's going to enthrall him.
Sure. You have enthralled Hammond Bravo.
Seeing as no one has sent the message to tell Bloodwind to stop,
Yep.
I guess Bloodwind's going to go ahead with their attempts to hack the cameras.
Best of luck.
Yeah, absolutely. So you can try and attempt to hack the cameras. Difficulty 6.
Difficulty 6. Okay.
Yep.
I'll-
Intellect, difficulty 6.
Cool. I'll apply my hacking skill to be to 5. It's like
that. Mhm.
Can I apply my? Does my hacker specialty apply in any way, or is it not relevant?
I guess you have access to this system. You've got some surface access. Sure, hacker helps as a skill ease. That's fine.
Cool. So that's to 4. Risk comp.
This is a knowledge-based task, so yep, risk computer helps.
3. I think that's all I can apply. So yeah, I don't think that. That's another question thing, which I don't see a thing.
You've already got 2 from skills, so it wouldn't help.
Yes, so it's now difficulty 3, and I'm going to apply 2 effort to this roll.
Sure, absolutely. Spend your 5 points. Success, yeah. You see, the first thing you see is all of your friends and the back of the 2 staff members. First thing you see, and then as you cycle through the cameras, first you see your own shadow through a security fence. You see firstly this room, and then you cycle through into the next camera, and you see this room. And then you cycle through into the next camera, and you see this room. And then you see 2 shots from somewhere else in the con, presumably not in the booth. That one is looking at a current model Tourmaster, and another is looking at some kind of airlock entrance that has employees only written on it.
Cool. So what I'm seeing here is computer control panels, and I guess, are these server racks, or is any of this all does this look like a prototype to me?
You see 2 computer panels. You see storage boxes. You see this is some kind of power unit, server rack, as you say. And then this is floating. It looks to be like a miniature spaceship.
Interesting. I'm going to take a screenshot of that image of the hovering thing, and ping that through to the group with the message. I think I found it.
I mean, very few of us have the capacity to receive that, but great job otherwise.
Yeah, well, two of the people who are in the room with
By
you.
very few, everyone but you.
You know, it's the royal we that counts.
I mean, Whittle is currently occupied in thwarting, so she can't see it either.
Yeah.
Also,
Since would get
Blodwyn,
to see that.
with your success, you'd note that on the security grid, that if you were to time it just right, there is a path that could get you into this room unseen by cameras. Like if you were to move fast enough, while this camera was swiveled this way and while this camera was swiveled this way, you could take some kind of path through to here. But then what happens in here is
a different matter.
more difficult. But you can evaluate a path where the cameras sync up in an unfortunate way.
Well, I think
fortunate for you.
Yeah, well, I think what Bob's going to do is start recording the feeds from those three cameras, with the hopes that they'll be able to kind of override the recordings so that they have the old feed with the new timestamp.
Sure, you can. You have remote access using your new ability. You can be recording the camera feed currently. Yeah,
and so I'm doing that whilst I'm waiting for people to come and join me. Like Bobbin is assuming that I found the thing. People come here. We can do the job now. Bobbin is assuming that everybody has a device and is able to check it. Which is obviously the case.
I mean, on receiving that ping, I think Ziegler walks over in utter confusion because he thinks the job's finished. But...
Essential message, Bloodwood and Thay, Feige and Whittle are very distracted. What?
Ziegler, can you do a speed check for me, difficulty 5?
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
I said the same thing comes from both of you now.
Cool. All right, continue.
Oh, no.
Just no. Just no way.
I am pretty sure this is just a check to see whether distant security forces are aware of the congregation around the back door.
I wouldn't assume anything, Feige.
I'm 90% sure it's to see whether or not even noticed the cleaning robot that's following him.
Oh.
Oh yeah. Speaking of, can I do a?
Oh yeah. How's Ziegler doing in this convention full of robots everywhere?
Oh, there was a proper bear yesterday.
How did that go? I know I'm distracting us from the actual game, but how did that go?
Ziegler tried to get on stage, and then there was a kerfuffle with some policemen.
He rolled a 1.
Yeah, I lost 1,000 hell for it.
Not fine.
And there was the 3 rubber missile, but that's a separate incident. Can I do a
check out the episode Trilby Tours on YouTube, listeners?
Good bit of self-promotion.
Yep.
Can I do a perception test just to see what's around, like me as I'm here?
Is there anything I can tell you what you see, or are you looking for anything in particular, and we can?
I'm just looking for like evidence of other robots in the area or whatever, like skid marks on the floor, that kind of thing.
There are robots everywhere.
Yeah, but coming in
unless you're trying to be more, of this doorway, like you're trying to see
and like anything being done around in this area.
Okay, sure. Give me a speed test difficulty 4, or if you're you can use intellect if you prefer, but I think that would be harder for you.
Can I apply focus and concentration?
Focus and no, I don't think unless well, I guess yes. If you use intellect, you can apply focus and concentration.
Okay.
You sat here puzzling it for a long time.
I do have a higher intellect than speed, by the way. Oh.
That matters.
Yeah, so far as you're concerned, Ziegler, you see, I think you see across the top left corner of the doorway, you see an organic spider, like a regular spider, and it keeps trying to drop silk and it keeps frying in the security net. And your mind is cast back to an old book that you had called 12 Tips for Spies. And number 7 was like, use lemon juice for invisible ink. Number 8 was like, if you're trying to hide that you've been somewhere, put a cobweb across the door so it looks like it hasn't been opened for a while. And like your mind just goes down this tangent of amateur detective tips and tricks.
I'm just staring at a spider now, in effect, is what you're telling me.
Yeah, you're staring at a spider that's trying to build a web.
Okay. Yeah, I'm happy with Ziegler being in a catatonic state.
So Bowen gets the message from Cinch saying that Fidey and Whittle are busy. Notices Ziegler step up behind them and goes, I guess it's the two of us, big guy.
What?
Goes
back to staring at the spider.
I've got something I want you to get from in here.
Yeah. Ziegler's not really listening. He's just sort of making out that he's acknowledging what's going on.
Cool. Yeah, so I think Lodwin is going to attempt to use the video that they've taken to override the cameras, open the doors, and then hack the data off the server whilst pointing Ziegler in the direction of the prototype. And if someone else wants to come and like help, I think because that's a lot of things for one person to be doing. But
there's a lot of like thinking of how you're gonna get out after here in a con full of people and etc. But we'll figure that out later, I'm sure.
Let's Cinch is gonna write like what are you gonna do? Because like we're separated. Like what are you gonna do? Like are you sending this?
Before you do this, you do notice on your camera feed, like you can do that with the cameras, you can replace the feed. But you notice on the live feed that and the three of you in the main booth, Bloodwin, sits on this computer terminal.
Fuck's sake.
Disabled version.
So I haven't explained something to anyone. That was me out of character explaining it to the group.
Okay, right. You do. This is totally out of character, but you do realize as soon as you explain the plan to Ziegler, he's going to enact it.
Like he's gonna burst in through the security field and all of that.
Yeah.
You have.
The door has changed color.
Yep. As in green for you are able to go through.
Okay, was that in reaction to me doing something? Because I didn't do that yet. If that was,
yeah, you. Oh, okay.
I haven't done that yet. No worries.
Gotcha. Right.
Yeah,
it's orange now.
I was at the point of just giving my. I was just talking through what I was thinking. I haven't done that yet. But no, I think.
Gotcha. Okay.
My
apologies.
Yeah, no worries. I do send in response to Cinch saying Fidey and Whittle are busy. Cinch gets a message back saying, "Well, I was going to do something, but One of the employees just went through the back. They're now in the way.
Whittle,
Yes.
I'm going to offer you a GM intervention.
Oh, God.
You say something accidentally horrifically offensive to Globulons, and it breaks the enthrall, and this person, Hammond Bravo, is no longer enamored by your charisma on any future attempt or roll.
Can we put that in a slightly different way? Can I say something horribly offensive to Globulons in a way that Whittle cannot fully cover for, and that breaks the enthrall? Because that seems like it's a lot more likely to happen.
No, this is Whittle's character having a personal failing moment.
Hmm. Is that just the wrong time?
That's why it's a GM intervention.
I am going to reject it.
Okay, spend the XP. And
It's just not a good time to be racist.
And Hammond Bravo is still enthralled by your charms.
Oh,
It's a not great time because one of the things I took when I leveled up was like makes it easy to attack someone just after I've used a societal thing. So if it was like when combat started, that would be a great time for the enthrall to break.
Mm-hmm.
With my access to the security system, am I able to see where like security guards may be?
On the cameras that you have, you currently don't see any security guards. Well, I mean, if you are looking around, you will see some walk across occasionally, but nothing specifically like guards or anything like that.
There's general kind of Automacon guards, but no,
there's general security presence, nothing specific.
If I had a communicator, which I don't, so I'm not gonna say it.
Can you give me it's varying difficulties here, so I'm just gonna roll it flat, and then depending on what you succeed on, I'll tell you different things. Speed check. Or as you're looking through the security cameras for guards. Okay. You, Bloodwin, yeah.
It was a speed check. Okay.
Yep, speed check.
It was no difficulty because there's multiple chances. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Some are lower and higher than others, so I'll just tell you the things that you know.
13. Difficulty 4.
13, yeah. Yeah. Through while you're doing this kind of like threat analysis, you note that the woman is definitely armed, and that the gelatinous creature has ranged capability within its communications device.
Am I able to see the screen that she's looking at?
You're side on. You can see her rightmost screen. You can catch some information probably. You're able to see information that's largely not useful to you. I think you recognize some stuff from your book by Admiral Winnenbach. Some of it looks like sensor output. It's clearly research material of some kind.
Interesting.
Scientific data, that kind of thing.
I guess while we're doing this, what are the walls of this booth made out of?
Metal.
What
I am not
kind of metal?
advanced enough to know specifically what kind of metal.
I'm mostly interested in how breakable it is if you were to say smash a prototype through it.
It's thin. Breaking it would be difficult because it's a metal wall, but it definitely not impossible.
But Ziegler could do it.
Like a metal shed. It's not a permanent structure. Like this is all coming down at the end of Automacon, so it's
Yeah.
If you took some time with a screwdriver, you could disassemble a whole wall.
I think someone might notice that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like out of character, let's just remember that, minimal disruption to Automacon was a requirement.
I mean, high vis and a clipboard will get you anywhere, but
Technically, there was nothing in the rewards section that says that they will dock our pay if we don't cause issues. If we do cause issues.
Yeah.
That's true.
Technically, it says should be an absolute minimum, but it doesn't say.
Absolute minimum by whose standards?
Yeah, like does that mean kept to a minimum, or does it mean the minimum requirement is for there to be disruption?
Oh, I love that interpretation.
But also, they did send this job to 8 people, including Cinch and Ziegler.
Yeah,
That shows like 6 different computer skills.
I
Ziegler's a
saw
multi-dimensional character.
the job. I saw that there's no malice for con disruption, and I thought, yeah, that's kind of cute, but probably entirely theoretical. And then I saw that Ziegler was on the team, and I'm like, yeah, it's a good thing that we're not being paid for damages. So I'm just expecting that everything is gonna go on fire eventually.
Yeah.
So we could also just wait a day for the con to close and snap the prototype as things are closing down.
That is
which is the thing I would say if I had access to a com device, which I don't.
well, I guess
And now
in the meantime, whilst Vladimir is waiting for God, I've forgotten her name as well. The character is currently on a computer. Whilst Vladimir is waiting for
Ellie.
Ellie, yeah, I had Eve in my head, so I was close. Whilst Ellie is using a computer, I guess Vladimir is going to take this time to see if they can find the digital research on the server, as they're already attached to the network.
I mean, you click on it, ask for credentials.
Yeah,
Ask for an employee number and a password.
I was expecting another hack roll. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's difficulty 6 again.
Can I apply the same stuff that applied to the previous hack to bring it down to 3?
You can. Yep.
Cool.
So
And
I'll write this out as let me write this out. And then last one. Let's do it this way. Yeah, and Project 31113 is what you're currently trying to access with this role.
Okay. So I bring it down to difficulty 3 using the same assets that I used last time, and I will once again spend 2 effort on the roll.
I see you adding nameplates. Yeah, success. You're able to access Project 31113.
Cool.
What you're currently seeing looks like a spreadsheet, and it pops up in the top right in the same way that it does for like Google Docs. You see a user currently working on Project 31113 called Ellie, and you see unknown user pop up highlighting yourself.
I immediately would like to download it to my make a copy to my private Google Docs, Google Drive.
Yeah. So give me a let's combine this into one roll. One for Ellie not to notice. 2 for how long this is going to take you. It's going to be a speed roll, difficulty 7.
Joy. Seeing as it's computer related and hacking related, what, hacking skill?
Yep, hacking skill helps.
Risk computer?
Risk computer helps, yep.
Does my hacker special ability apply?
Yes, 2 from skills. So down to 5, 1 from your asset, that's down to 4.
I don't think I have anything else that applies, unfortunately. And then I'm going to apply 2 effort. So difficult
down to difficulty 2. Yeah.
Apply 2 effort and submit.
Yeah. So I think what you managed to do is on the fly, you note the background color of like the shared workspace environment, and you change your user icon to the same color, and you give yourself a login where instead of unknown user, you just delete it and put like a space bar. So yeah, like if you were to look, then you could see like the circle outline that indicates that there is someone else there. But it looks like, when someone sets their profile on Discord to be the same color as the background. Yeah. You get a progress bar, and it says like downloading current build, like version 3.4, download in progress, and it's going to take. It currently gives you an estimation of 1,236 years, and then it drops to 9 months, and then it drops to 4 minutes 30 seconds.
Okay, so we just need to stall for that log, and half of the mission will be completed. If we just try stalling, I guess, and like or even just getting more information out of Hammond Bravo, I guess, the little blob thing. Is there anything that happens that aside from Ziegler, is there anything that happens that would interrupt just a peaceful download?
From your perspective, no. Unless you leave the room, Hammond and Whittle are having a conversation about corporate rates and specific meeting details and what kind of beverages can be provided in the meeting space, and they're going to have to speak to Automacon to get a conference room. It's kind of last minute.
Well, you see, it might be last minute, but if you consider the fact that what the con as a whole is winding down, that means there's a wider variety of available rooms in various locations, given that some of the previous tenants have already vacated the space, especially in those locations, which maybe might not be so good, but for our purposes, there's really more than enough, you see. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah. Ziegler, can you make a speed check difficulty 5 for me, please?
I don't like this.
Oh God.
Okay, let's carry on.
This has something to do with sensing danger. Because one of my special new skills now is assessing danger.
I'm sorry, is your name Ziegler?
I think Ziegler comes out of his stupor and decides to potter off to the front and Cinch, I'm bored. What's going on?
Oh, I'm bored too. Let's go. It's just like this is just bored. And goes like,
Cinch, can you make a speed check for me, difficulty 5?
Gosh.
What was his 4? Can I apply assessing the situation and assessing danger to it?
You can, yeah.
Oh, is it speed?
It is, yeah. This is a perception check.
3 and I don't think I have anything else. Oh, and
Yeah. Cinch, you notice in the crowd where the robot is giving an incredibly boring lecture on the fiscal year. Don't know how it went unnoticed to you before, but in the crowd you see a familiar Quettle just stood in the crowd watching the presentation.
I'm like immediately gonna like Bloodwind.
Out of character, who is that? How is that? How is the Quettle relevant?
That's the person we
If it's not-
screwed over.
If it's
He
not
was-
relevant to you, it's not relevant to you.
I want to know things as a viewer of things I'm not seeing.
Well, if you listen to me talk to Bloodwind, I'm going to tell him.
Okay, cool.
Like, just saying.
Go.
It's like then she like runs over as stealthily as she can and smacks Bloodwind on the shoulder. Hey, mission yesterday. Yeah. Like bitch who threatened me is in the crowd over there. The Quettle. Yvonne's over there. Yvonne's over there.
Do you want to grab Ziegler so that they're not that she doesn't see him? Get him
Just
back
kind of like
down
look over the corner. It's like, hey, big guy, over here. Here.
Trudge over again because I've just walked from here back again.
Come here. Come on, big guy. Over here. Around the corner.
Bloodwind, on your live camera feed, you see Ellie walk back to the computer that's out front, and she closes out of the project.
Cool. It's okay. Perfect timing. I'm going to drop the energy barrier. Ziegler, if you go through to the back room and grab the green floating thing and come back with it.
Where to go?
What? Okay.
Yeah. So So I start opening the door. Obviously, I swap the camera to not show Ziegler in the room, and then I guess I start opening doors. Let him through.
Can you make an intellect check for me? Difficulty 6.
Who? Sorry.
This is another hack.
Bloodwind. This
Bloodwind.
is less a hack and more just you're in the system. You've been in it for some time. Can you continue to be unnoticed?
Okay. Can I apply my hacker?
Yep. You can. Yes, you can. Yep.
Cool. So difficult.
Normal
There.
suite of computer abilities.
Since I'm there, can I help him with
and I
hacking
will-
possible or computer programming?
Are you doing a CSI Miami and using the same keyboard?
Are
Are you tracing their IP by making a GUI in Visual Basic?
Yeah.
we take a USB cable and we connect our computer together.
Ziegler, are you making any attempt to be stealthy as you enter this room?
I haven't been told to, so I'm just stomping around. No,
Yeah,
I'm just
okay.
stomping in.
I don't even know. I don't even know what to roll for this. Can you make a speed check difficulty 7 for me, please?
I have nothing to help with that, so I just can't do that, can I?
I think 7 is impossible.
Actually, you're helped by. I mean, I'm not just trying to make it possible, but you are helped by like being hidden from the cameras. This is a stealth roll. This speed
Okay.
roll. You're not trying to be stealthy, so that makes it harder. But also, you are being helped by Bloodwind disguising the cameras, so that makes it easier. So back down to a 6.
So 6 overall then.
Yeah, you're not trying to be stealthy. Yeah, this
I wasn't told to be stealthy.
No, I'm
I don't
not blaming you. That's why I asked.
No.
I don't think it's in Ziegler's nature.
Was my intellect roll eased by Cinch, by the way, just so I can play it or not?
Oh, right. Yes, you 2 people. Sure. Cinch has lots of abilities to do with helping others. Sure.
Cool. So it's now difficulty 2. I will apply my 2 effort and succeed with a special and major effect.
Ooh, wow. Okay. what would you like your major effect to be? I will give you the choice of definitely unnoticed or the download completes immediately.
I want the download completes immediately because I'd like to be able to run as soon as Ziegler has the thing in his hands.
Yeah. Just like person to person, because I don't want to screw you over on something your character would know. That green thing is not fitting through the doors.
How did it get in there?
Oh, he built in there.
Yeah, or they built the thing around it.
In its current configuration, it's not fitting through the doors. It's too big.
Was there anything in the job about the prototype being intact when it was received?
The mission text is the mission text.
As long as he can put it back together.
Yeah, I don't want to screw you over by you being
just
like
go through the wall.
thinking
Just
you
go
can
through the walls. If
take it
anyone
out.
can, Ziegler can.
Ziegler, can you make your difficulty 6
Yeah.
speed check for me, please?
Oh, and I can't go any other. Oh, never mind.
Nice.
Yeah, so I think how this manifests is how okay. So you walk into this room and
Ziegler's doing it at such a speed that it's sort of, I mean, it's stomping and loud, but there's other stuff going on in the convention, and it's somehow harmonizing with other things that are going on.
Yeah, I think just as you start running into this room, there's a massive clang as some kind of air conditioner underneath the booth starts going just as you run in, making the loudest noise.
But it's the last day of the convention. There's obviously a concert going on.
Yeah, just sounds from around the convention. Like every time you take a step, like some kid's party popper goes off, like a balloon bursts, like aircon goes on, like just some confluence of events leads to you not making sounds to be heard by Ellie or Hammond Bravo.
Ellie is hearing Hammond and Whittle go on and on, and rather not just tune it out, she just like turns her hearing off.
Am I all the way over here, by the way, at this point, or am I?
No. So you make it to the first barrier, and knowing Ziegler, I think you run into it, bounce off it, and then oi, and then
I'm the one who goes oi.
Yeah,
oi,
oi.
It goes green. Then you get to the next one. It goes green, and you thunder through these rooms, and Ziegler, you see before you what looks like a floating spaceship. It looks like, you are combat oriented. It looks like it would be an agile fighter craft of some kind if it was 3 times bigger.
Does it have armor plating on the front?
It's very heavily armored.
Okay, can I see a seat that I could get into?
No, this is not big enough for you.
Would I be able to pick this up?
Is it big enough for Whittle?
It's hovering. It is floating.
So I'd be able to push it like a trail, like a thing. Yeah.
It's like 6 foot long, 4 foot wide, maybe.
Could I push it like a big wheeled thing in effect, but it's hovering?
Yeah, you go to push it, and it rocks, and then like there's some kind of cradle that it's in, and it rocks back to its original position, like a stabilizer. But you are able to move it.
Right, and I can tell it's bigger than the doors. Can I?
You have an inability in critical thinking. I'm not sure you can.
Okay. Can I try and push it?
Let's roll for this.
Can I? Roll for what? Sorry.
To see if you know that it's bigger than the door.
Okay, what am I rolling? Intellect.
Difficulty 4 intellect check.
Okay.
Oh my god. Oh.
Yeah, you don't know that this thing won't fit through the door.
Okay. Can I try and push it towards the last gate I went through?
You certainly can. Yeah. It rocks out of its cradle, and I don't know if this impresses Ziegler, but it would impress some people at how smooth it goes as it rocks towards the door.
Yeah. So I try and push it through that door.
Yeah, it gets like there.
Okay. Can I try pushing it harder?
Give me a might roll. Difficulty. What difficulty would this be? Give me a difficulty 7 might roll.
I don't know if I have anything to help with that, to be honest.
I feel like this at this point, Cinch just turns to blood when you sent Ziegler in.
I said the person who should be able to break the walls down to get the big thing through the small hole.
You could frenzy.
Well, that's what I was thinking. I've got Foci Frenzy. But that,
Give you a free effort.
although that you come out of that if I'm out of combat, it's the only thing. Can I?
Which you are, yeah.
So, this is a prototype, right?
Yep.
Are any of the bits like cause I've got a bag of heavy tools on me. Can I try and get some of these tools out and try and take parts of
You
it
just
off?
start disassembling it.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to sit down and take some time.
So I'm gonna just get something.
right in front of the camera. That's great. I love that.
As
soon as I see him doing that on the camera, I will like. You might want to help him. He's trying to take the thing apart.
Son of a.
So I effectively get the heaviest hammer out of the bag and I'm about to start hitting it.
Cinch, can you make a difficulty 6 stealth check for me, please? Speed?
Yes. I have stealth. And can I use Find the Way with that one?
No.
What? It'd be really loud.
You know the way already.
Is this eased by the cameras that I've made not show that they're in there?
Yes, it is
Okay.
eased by the cameras helping you be stealthy. So it's difficulty 6, then you're stealthy, so that's difficulty 5, then you have a help, so it's difficulty 4.
I'm going to apply 2 effort, so it's difficulty 2. I can math 6. There we go. Submit. Yeah.
Oh
Minor
my god.
effects.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so Ziegler, as you pull out your hammer, as you take your first swing, every swing that you take and every footstep that Cinch takes on this metal floor lines up perfectly with the sound of a rock concert in the distance. That we hear the drums come in, bang, 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 and it lines up perfectly with both your hammer swing and Cinch's footsteps somehow.
Oh.
This is like I just got
Is the seat big enough for
Jesus
Cinch
just
to
got
get?
like this manic like what?
No, it's not a child could sit in this. It's like a human baby could fit in this.
Cinch is tiny, isn't she?
Well, I'm big I'm like compared to you, but I'm like 5 foot, you know.
This is presumably this is a scale model of what would be a larger production ship.
Okay.
Okay. Ken, seeing him and getting him. Do you stop hammering?
Why? What? I'm just taking it apart so I go through the door.
Let's work together. Get this apart.
Okay, what do you want me to do? I'm currently taking it apart. What are you doing here?
Do you have a screwdriver instead of a hammer?
Yeah, but what use are those?
Okay. Oh, just put the hammer away. So Cinch starts looking for like places to like take it apart, and can we like just start taking it apart quietly and effectively to get it through the doors.
I mean, at some point, and this isn't to discount your amazing stealth rolls, at some point Ellie will walk back through into this room. But you don't get an eternal pass for these successes. Like, just GM to players, Ellie will come back to the computer at some point.
I'm going to throw a glitter bomb at her.
Can I go down here and
Feide and Will don't really know what's happening with the rest of the team. We just know that they're doing something.
Can we take one of the walls off?
So
and they've been so successful in their stealth rolls that there's no way for us even to notice.
Yeah,
we're just having a conversation. I
Yeah.
think.
Would it be bad?
I do want to scan Ellie though. I do want to scan Ellie the same way I scanned Hammond for personality, and I think I would notice the gun through my scan at least, right?
Yeah, I mean, she has a holster on her hip. That's
Okay,
evident.
yeah. So yeah, fair enough. So no.
She is human. Guesstimate late 30s. Be what you guess.
Any surprising cybernetics?
Has a bionic right arm. But again, that's clearly evident to anybody with eyes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
you don't
yeah,
see anything out of the ordinary.
Yeah,
Maybe
so
check-
I'm just keeping up the conversation, I guess, and not doing anything. This is just like a side thing, so I might maybe can do things later.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
I would like to drop in thrall and activate Calm Stranger, spending an effort to do so.
To apply to both.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. How do you draw Ellie into the conversation?
Or like turn to her and say, well, it seems like you're quite adept when it comes to the more mechanical aspects. What's your opinion on precisely how we get these kind of deals to be seen through to the maximum effort for the maximum profit? You understand?
I don't really deal with sales. You can speak to Hammond for that.
Yes, but you see, I find it's really quite effective to get a better understanding of the actual workers in these processes. Don't want to get ripped off, you see. And whilst you might not be particularly experienced with dealing with customers, you are experienced in dealing with what we're looking for.
I don't think so. I don't think I can help you.
What do you do here? Do you just like sit here? Is that your job?
No. I am an elite scientist for the Institute.
Oh, cool. I know one of you.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's about how I expected that to go. That's good. What line do you work in? God, and if she says propulsion, I don't know how this is gonna go.
I work in customer solutions.
That is a very good way of saying weapon systems, isn't it? What's the biggest thing that you blew up?
You caught me. I provide help to our customers who require, well, ironically, my job as a creator has led to a lot of destruction.
Yeah, that's great, isn't it? Like seeing things melt, blow up, just like tunnel through slowly. So, what sort of destruction are you working on lately? I know it's secret, but you can give me like a vague understanding. We might be in the line for such things.
Sure, I'm working on weapon systems.
Oh, come on! You know you want to talk about it, and
yeah. And unless something changes, she doesn't give you anything but vague and generally terse responses. As back in the slapstick comedy that is this back room.
Was that enough to bring her into conversation for Whittle's purposes, though?
Yeah. Cool. That was just flavor. Cool. Whittle's ability works.
Oh,
regardless of yeah. I was just asking for like the story.
Yep.
Yeah. You successfully help Whittle calm these strangers and engage them in conversation so they don't look around, where through the doorway behind Hammond, you can definitely see Ziegler getting out a series of larger and larger hammers from his bag of tools. He starts off with like a regular hammer, looks down, shakes his head, no, throws it away, brings out a giant rubber mallet, considers for a second.
But where's the screwdriver? Hang on.
I'm imagining him just like opening up a hammer-shaped case, then like opens it up. From that hammer-shaped case, he pulls out a hammer, and then it extends into far larger hammer, mechanically.
Oh yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Eventually it's like a full-on sledge.
Yeah, it's a hammer with a bipod.
A hammer with a long range scope.
Yeah.
Can I? I've effectively given Cinch the bag of tools, so she can have whatever tool is accessible in a bag of heavy tools.
Because it's like, why do you need a crowbar?
Well, you never know what you need to get into.
God, is this a machete? She's just looking for something to take this thing apart, and then she's looking. Would it be easier to take apart the wall than it would be to take apart this thing? Like,
Hang on. Can I check this wall by doing like I don't know? Check the integrity of the wall by like tapping it or something.
Yeah, you can like. Are you trying to do this fast? Or are you doing a deep examination of the mechanic of the wall?
I want to say deep examination, but this is Ziegler.
Sure, it's a difficulty 6 intellect check.
And if I fail this, what happens?
enable others, difficulty 5. It's a physical thing.
Yep.
Physically checking the wall.
Yep. If you fail, then you don't get the information that you're after. So.
Nope.
Yeah, I mean, you really can't tell what would be faster, like going through the doors or bringing down the wall. It's really hard to tell.
Oh.
Yeah, Bloodwind, your download completed.
Great.
Yeah. You have project 31113.
Well, I think Bloodwind's going to go from kind of distract themselves slightly and look around to make sure that no one is no one has clocked them.
Sure. Give me a perception test. To speed, difficulty 5. I'm gonna offer you a GM intervention.
Okay.
That just as you come around the corner, you lock eyes with Yevon from across the room.
Sorry.
Yeah, not in a lovey-dovey way.
He hasn't enthralled you.
I think while you're making this decision, we will go to our break. I just noticed the time.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think what we end our break on is Bloodwind peers around the corner, and the camera shot of us is of Yevon, who is turning to look in your direction, and we'll see what happens after the break. We'll come back at 15 past.
Hello, hello. And welcome to Beacon Broadcast Tonight. We are back with more breaking news from across the sector with your fabulous host, myself, Xavier, and...
I'm Lupus Kelbrecht. On tonight's broadcast, we bring you all kinds of reports, and has been the case for the last couple of weeks. We apologize for any transmission errors. The Strovacaro comet that impacted into Tellus recently still leaves rippling effects on data transmission throughout Center 0909 sector.
That's right, but hopefully our show today goes off without a hitch. I myself am reporting from Gome, where the 372nd Automacon is set to start very soon. The Ogmala Syndicate have gone all out for this year's convention, and I can't wait to see the crazy tasks automated this year. Grape peeling? Grape peel art? Who knows what it'll be next. How's your past month in your apartment been, Lupus?
Oh, well, it's been fine. If only I could find that pink folder that's gone missing, life would be better. But enough about me. The sector's favourite reporter, Chaz Gusto Prime, is back with a new report this month, as every month.
Can't wait to see what the Children of the Maid correspondent will inform us of this month. And other news, Project Anaziti? Internal documents leaked to the BBTV from the Agumala Syndicate mention this codename. What is it? I hope to find out more while covering the Automacon.
The assembled Commonwealth today, in further news, announced the Aether Reach, a full presentation later in the broadcast.
And after Gome, I'll be heading into a Faye space to investigate reports of a ruin in the sector. We'll be hoping to have some reporting by the end of this broadcast today.
And finally, tensions rising in Center 0909. Do you feel safe? You shouldn't. Really. Be anxious. Do not be calm. Panic, even. I'm terrified. I can't leave. Please, flee if you can.
We'll be back to Beacon broadcast tonight after a word from our sponsor, the New Eden Gene Bank. Be a better you.
Become healthier. Become stronger. Become smarter. Become better. At New Eden Gene Bank, we offer plans and opportunities for people like you who want to break their limits and rise to new heights. Visit your local branch today for a consultation. New Eden Gene Bank. Be a better you. Proud sponsors of BBTV.
This week on Kangaroo Court, did slippery celebrity defendant BBTV anchor L. Calvert conspire to poison the prosecution? Watch now on Kangaroo Court, where good justice is never blind. Fair and balanced, only on BBTV 5. Brought to you by the New Eden Gene Bank. Be a better you.
The adverts that we fade back into free agents with this time is it's a BBTV advert for a new reality show. It's called BBTV Fire Service, and it shows a red truck, people in like yellow waterproof gear, and they pull up to a completely suburban house, pull out a hose from the back of the van. It sprays a stream of napalm and fire, sets the home on fire, and then they go off again because they're firemen. Yeah, as we come in from those adverts, we see Bloodwind. We get a rehash of like the last few seconds before we went to break. Bloodwind stepping around the corner, Yevon turning. Does Yevon notice you?
I think I will accept your intervention. Yes, I will take that XP.
You can gain the XP, and you can give an XP to somebody else.
I think I'll give an XP to Whittle, considering they've managed to
Lost one. Yeah.
they lost one very recently. And yeah, so one kind of steps around the corner, makes eye contact with Yevon, and I think,
yeah,
in an attempt to get ahead of whatever reaction Yevon is going to have, Bloodwind is going to play the part of someone outraged at Yevon's presence and say, "How dare you let that person be a part of anything after what we felt? Have you not heard what they do?"
Yeah,
I'm going to pull up the video recording that was played over the system in the in a tour on the previous mission, and start playing it from over his computer on the loudest sound setting.
To who?
No,
Like just people around you?
Yeah, I just go, how dare you let that person stay here? Just
okay, as you see them.
Yeah, I'm pretending like an outraged member of the public who's just spotted someone, and yeah, I'm effectively trying to counsel Yevin Gertrude Marshall.
Sure. Yeah, Yevin turns. We get the eyes locked across the room. The aspect ratio goes to letterbox as we see your eyes. And then, you start yelling, and Yevin, you hear in the distance, you hear the shrill voice of Yevin start to say something outraged and start to march over to you.
Yeah, I will watch the direction to match them.
Yeah.
This is the swine who owes me cleaning bills.
You're the evil person who owes the lives of many sentient beings.
Yeah, Yevin will walk right up into your personal space and comes up to like your chest, like will poke a thin finger into your chest.
Go, you owe me cleaning services for a tour master.
I owe you nothing, you murderer.
And I know that you can afford it, given you put your friend through the wash.
I did nothing of the sort.
You are not leaving Automacon until I get paid for my cleaning.
And she will go to grab your wrist.
I'm not going to let her grab my wrist. And yeah, and I'm playing the video on loop as loud as possible.
Sure. Make a speed defense difficulty 3. It goes to grab your wrist, and she whiffs. Everyone outside, a crowd starts to. People start looking in your direction, hearing the commotion. 2 people yelling, a video playing. Let's go through into the booth where Ellie and Hammond Bravo both like. They do the like side eye look at each other thing, like and like try to peer out the door, but it's still on their conversation. They assume it's some weird altercation between drunks.
Honestly, that's what I think as well.
Yeah.
I have no context for what's happening, and it does seem just like a weird altercation between, I guess, one of our members of a crew and some rando. I have no clue what's happening.
And I think Hammond turns to Whittle and Fidey and continues talking, saying,
I must say, in lieu of a conference room, we could continue our conversation right here. I know we discussed all the arrangements for beverages, but is there more people from your organization that need to be present in order to cut a deal? I can offer you 3% APR over the first fiscal quarter, offering a boomerang return equity deal upon the conditions met within waiver in Article 3.2 of the standard boilerplate, which I'm sure you're familiar with, being business people.
But of course, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, given the financial department and of course the person's resources department, given what they've told me about some of the various internal workings and some of the more recent changes in the company, I think actually, given my own knowledge of the services that we provide, I think that what right here is actually quite the appropriate place to engage in such business. I know it's not necessarily ideal, but given that time can be quite a precious commodity in and of itself, I think that's quite a suitable deal. So let's continue talking these specifics.
Yeah, I think while this conversation is happening, Whittle and Fidey, Ellie goes to stand and starts to make her way back into the back room. She stands and turns.
Yeah, I guess I'm in the position where I need to make some sort of social role or whatever. But I can't really think of anything that I'm not already doing, which is like barraging her with weird requests to talk about weapon systems she's designed.
Sure.
I guess this is what I'm doing. Maybe there's some offhand chance that at some point during like the 5 minutes or however long this has been going on, I've actually managed to either break through and get some interest, or annoy her enough that she feels like she needs to give a bit more of a substantive answer or something like that.
Yeah, you can try and distract her with weapon questions and try to hold her attention. This is going to be intellect difficulty 7.
Intellect difficulty 7.
Yeah.
Oh. Let me see here.
Is it eased by the fact that she is calm?
Absolutely. Yep.
Yeah, actually, yeah. Thank you for that. That's going to be an asset. But I was going to ask a follow-up question, which I think is going to make her being calm a little bit more difficult. I've been tracking her vitals for a while now. Is there any topic that raises her interest in some like substantial way?
I don't think from scanning someone you can know their interests.
No, but we've been going over various topics, and as I mentioned, a topic like I can also tell if her vitals change. It's kind of a loose interpretation, but it's doable. It's like having
you are using your senses to observe someone and try to get you are perceiving somebody with your senses. Yeah.
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 This is like a remote lie detector, I guess, which is not so much as a lie detector as like a emotion spike detector.
It's as much a lie detector as looking at someone's body language is. It's not a magic lie detector just because you have sensor equipment. Like interpreting it, etc., is still, everyone is perceiving their environment. Doing it with sensor equipment, but you've been speaking for like 5 minutes, getting to know this person. That can be an ease, especially given that she's calm as well. I will give you an environmental ease that this conversation has been going on for some time, and that she has been calmed, so not annoyed by your question.
Okay.
So one for calm, one for the conversation having been going on a while and building a rapport.
Yep, rapport, definitely rapport.
Would be harassment, but she's calm.
It would be harassment, but he's calm. I'm looking at anything else. Oh yeah, I do have an extra difficulty for that because I come off arrogant. I don't know if that's been incorporated or not.
It hasn't. No, you have an inability, so that will raise it. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not even sure why I'm rolling. This does not seem. Difficulty 6 translates to what? To how much?
An 18 or better.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess I'm gonna
apply effort.
Yeah, I'm gonna push twice. That's 3 to both, right? Or 3 and 2.
Yep. So 5 total. You only get to apply your edge once.
Yeah. Yep.
Well.
Yeah. What does Ellie see as she walks around this corner?
Oh, son of a bitch.
Ziegler's got a hammer in his hand, raised, about to hit the wall.
And Stitch just looks up. Oh fuck. Rabbit! Run through the wall.
Can I hit the wall as she with both? I assume I'm looking at her.
You both have time to take an action for sure.
Can I hit the wall as hard as I can?
You definitely can.
Is this an immediate range?
Yes. Yeah.
Can I throw a glitter bomb?
You can throw a glitter bomb. Yep.
I totally throw a glitter bomb at her.
So this happens at the same time. Cinch throws her glitter bomb as Ziegler smacks this wall as hard as he can.
So it's just a roll, like a might roll, and then you tell me what's happened.
There's specific rules for it that I will look up. While Cinch, it's a speed roll difficulty 7 to hit with your glitter bomb on Ellie.
Oh, okay. Like if I'm just hitting like to hit it around her, not specifically at her, because it's gonna.
This is how the weapon works. I'm afraid you're trying to throw it at a target that has defenses, and this particular target is high level, so it's difficult.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I really, really wish I had. I can't even. Okay. Shit. I can't use opportunistic. Or opportunist.
I will give you an ease on it being immediate range because it's easier to hit with ranged weapons in immediate range. So down to 6.
And oh god, I'm gonna have to apply 2 effort. Okay. Just gonna do 1 effort, so it's gonna be 5. 3.
No.
Awesome. Yeah. Let me read. Would you like to do 3 damage with this, or would you like to have a special effect? Because let me check the equipment list real quick. See what this exactly does.
It's like a flash grenade. It doesn't actually do damage. It's supposed to hinder them for like a couple of turns, I think.
Yeah.
Inflicts 0 points of damage plus hinders all actions for a turn. So it's currently inflicting 0. With your extra effect, you can make it deal 3 damage, or you can have another minor effect with it.
Find her.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can we say that the glitter gets in her eyes and severely impairs her vision?
Yeah, so instead of upgrading the damage, upgrade the hinder part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. For 1 turn, she doesn't even see like Ziegler, the spaceship, none of it. She comes around the corner and then there's just bang, a flash of glitter in her eyes. You have like 10 at a push, 20 seconds to do something before she recovers her perception. Ziegler, make your might roll difficulty 6.
Well, I just wanted to, instead of hitting it as hard as I could, would it be detrimental if I just shot my shotgun at the wall?
Well, it's not if you will hit, you're gonna hit. It's
I don't know.
The might roll is how strong you hit. If you just shoot it with your shotgun, yeah, you shoot it with your shotgun. No roll required. You just do 6 damage to the wall.
Okay. No, I'm just going to hit it then.
Wait.
Oh, 14. But it does not beat a 6. It beats a 4.
Does not beat a 6? Yeah, you make a large dent in the wall, but it stays standing.
Well, if it was...
If it was what?
Well, because enable other... I was going to say, before he rolled, like, I've got enable others, so it would be difficulty 5.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You could have done that.
Yeah. Then it still wouldn't do anything.
No, it still wouldn't help. We only rolled 4.
Yeah, no.
Mm-hmm. Let's roll initiative.
Nice, I've got an inability in that.
Same.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was worried a bit.
I'm just writing down all of the NPCs' HP here. Hang on. I will tell you in a second. Sorry, just doing combat stuff. Not necessarily combat. It's up to you what happens, but so like, what did we get? 20 from Ziegler. Yeah, you're definitely going before. Kirigoya going before. Whittle and Fidey are both going before. Only Flutter is going afterwards. Yeah, everyone gets a turn before Yeovin and Hammond Bravo. Who this isn't me saying they're all going to immediately attack you. It's just the flow of time for Ellie.
Yeah. I guess Ziegler, what do you do?
Right. This is going to be a bit of a question, but could I stick my harpoon through the wall and try and bring it down?
Why stick your harpoon through the wall?
Well, shoot my harpoon out the wall.
Yes, you could
And then
shoot
try
your
and bring it
harpoon
down.
out the wall.
And then try and bring it down in some way?
Doesn't your harpoon currently have a 3-foot rubber rocket on the end of it?
It might.
Oh, it's in the van. Yeah, you didn't
it's in the
demount
van.
it from the van.
I've only got my shotgun at the moment
Yeah.
and a missile. I'll shoot my shotgun at the wall after punching it.
Yeah. You make a significant hole in the wall. Bang! Like you don't have to roll. You hit the wall, and from the dent that you made earlier, yeah, there is now a hole in this wall, which I don't exactly know how to model, but
I can imagine it's like a yeah.
let me copy part of the floor and
That's my turn.
see. Yeah, for Ziegler's turn, there is now a hole in that back wall. There's a loud bang.
I think with that happening, I think Bob's going to do their absolute best to draw any attention from anybody nearby into to the fight that is now going on between them and Yevon.
Hammond and Ellie are still calm, right?
No, Ellie's been blinded by glitter.
Ellie has been attacked, and that breaks the calm.
Okay, fair enough. What did the glitter actually do?
It hinders for a turn, which makes everything they do one more difficult, but it got a minor effect, so upgraded it to like a full stun to where she's going to miss her next turn.
Okay.
I'll give her a status effect. This one. There you go. Ah, glitter.
You got craft herpes now, bitch. Can we just push this thing through the wall or through the hole and get it out of here?
Since your turn is after everybody else's.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do I need to make a roll for being the center of attention, or does that just happen by shouting?
Sure. You want to spend your turn shouting and trying to attract attention?
I
what's
want
the specific objective here?
The specific objective is I want the attention of everybody nearby at the front of this booth, so that no one goes to the back where the bang just came from.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Cool. What would be a performance roll? It's probably intellect.
Okay.
Yeah, intellect. Just flat roll. Because there's different people that could be affected by it. Most people are going to be level 3. Some will be level 4. Rarer is 5, 6, 7, etc.
Cool. I will apply 2 effort, so this will apply, I guess, to 2 higher than the roll would suggest.
Yes. Yeah, for sure. That makes sense.
So I rolled a 2, which would be difficulty 0. So with my +2, I defeat difficulty 2, which I think means most people.
Oh, that's unfortunate. That's really unfortunate. Yeah. Oof.
Actually, I think I'm going to expend an XP to reroll that.
Okie doke. Yeah.
Cool.
6. So you beat difficulty 4.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. So what does that look like?
Yeah, I think it's just Bloodman acting like the kind of hysterical member of the public who saw something on Facebook about how this person is evil and is now blaring that video and basically being a nuisance.
Yeah, cool. Like the crowds around you, they all hear the bang, but when they turn to look, they're looking at you instead of where the bang came from. It's caught their attention, and then you have caught their attention further. I'll turn these models. Why not? The crowds around you, which there's more people than are on this battle map, but yeah, the assembled convention goers are all looking at Bloodwin.
Yep.
And Friday, you can go.
I'd like to just jump over the counter.
Okay.
Walk up to Ellie, put my gun against her skull, and take her gun out of her holster, and she's done, right?
So
she can't resist.
that's a lot of things.
Okay, yeah, sure.
That's a lot of things.
If the minimum, I'd like to take the gun out of her holster.
You'd like to try and take the gun out of her holster.
Sure. And
it's still going to be a roll. It's just going to be easier because she's stunned.
Fair enough.
It's going to be a might roll. Difficulty 6 is the baseline.
Difficulty 6 is the baseline.
Yep.
Fair enough. I'm going to use speed for that.
It's a might roll.
No, it's a speed roll.
You have a thing that lets you do that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But
So
you are changing it into a speed roll, but it is a might roll.
Yeah, the default is a might roll. That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, and I'm just looking for anything else.
Enable others is the only thing.
Nothing really ability-wise that would help me do that. So I guess baseline is 6.
I would give you finding and noticing small details in terms of like where the catch on the holster is.
Yeah, fair enough. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
So that's one for the asset. She's also unable to resist, so that's another one, I guess.
Yep.
And I think that's it. So that would be
Since she's helping others or something.
I like my skill is like enable others. Like I don't have to use an action or anything just by being in the
Cinch
room.
did take a skill that's like a help aura, so being near Cinch is good.
Pretty much for like physical actions. So
okay, so you're not actually Oh no, you threw the glitter bomb at her. That's like that's her helping.
And it's like for this one, I'm just like whistling so she turns away from you or something like that.
Yes. So I imagine like in the scene wise, this is like the glitter bomb just went off. It's kind of going down. You see the shadow of Feidi like of approaching, and as the glitter settles, we'll see whether I manage to do anything here or not. Okay, that's gonna be I guess a micro. So the way we decided my ability works is I can use the pool, but not the edge, right?
Yes.
So this is just tree difficulty, right?
Yep.
Yep. Cool.
Yeah, you are able to acquire a Cypher if you would so like it.
Oh,
it is.
Love one.
Its name is the Ellie Enemy Evaporator, and it's a single shot weapon that on a hit deals 1d6 plus 3 damage. Not plus 3, times 3. 1d6 times 3 damage.
Times 3, okay, doc.
Oh, wow.
That's nasty.
That is nasty.
Yeah. This is the highest, this is a high level person.
Okay, so I put that on my pool, and I guess I say like, you seem like a nice woman. I just let this go.
Yeah. So from that onto enemy's turn.
Don't also go.
Her turn
Oh,
skipped.
Whittle was before. Sorry. Yep.
Yeah, so Whittle will stop using Calm Person and go back to Old Faithful and enthrall Hammond Bravo.
Cool. You enthrall
and she's-
Hammond Bravo.
Yeah, she's still talking about the fake, regardless of what else is going on. And she's like, so yes, given some of the financial effects of some of the more problematic guests, and of course, the general ship maintenance fees and that kind of thing. What kind of return can you propose from your certain products? Given that the market rate has been declining for a while now, but I was wondering if you had any particular investments regarding that makes it more profitable to work with you.
Cool. Now on to enemy turn. Bloodwind, make a speed defense difficulty 3, please.
Okay.
As a fishy hand comes towards you. Yep. Eowyn tries to slap you and misses. And Ellie misses her turn because she is glitter bombed. And Hammond stays where they are, and Bravo splits off from Hammond. And that's their turn, defending themselves. Hammond is still enthralled and talking to you quite enthusiastically about ship prices and tariffs. And as they are speaking to you, the right-hand side squidges and splits apart into a second globulous being, although they are both half the size of the previously combined being. And you hear, for the rest of the enemy turn, you hear running footprints on metal. Back to the top. Player's turn.
It's Finch's turn, right? Because Finch hasn't gone
It's
yet.
my turn.
Finch's turn. Yeah, sorry.
Yes, that's okay.
Well, they're all together now, so yeah.
Fair enough. Finch.
Yeah.
Just a question about the prototype. Is it like an active, or is it just sort of? Is it like a non-functioning model, kind of like Ziegler's rubber rocket, or is it like, if I could hack it and tell it what to do, would it have functioning weapons? Would I be able to fly it out of there?
Would you like to spend your turn making an intellect check to try and work that out?
Oh. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Intellect check difficulty 5.
Going to use hack. This is hack the impossible.
Sure.
And my wrist computer.
Yeah.
And I feel computer programming is something that would come in handy there.
Sure. I'll give it to you.
And tinkering with devices.
Yeah. So make sure you have a max of 2 from skills and a max of 2 from assets.
Okay. Yeah, because okay. So no, that's 3. Okay. I don't have 2 from assets. Okay. So that brings it down to 3. No, 4. 3. I can math because it was 6, right?
It was 5.
Oh, okay. So 2, and then I'm gonna do 2 edge and
2 effort reduced
2
by
effort.
edge. Yeah.
So that brings it down to 0. Yeah.
Yep.
Sweet. Don't roll a 1.
Don't roll a 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Do some extra
not
damage.
quite a minor effect, but you could have done some extra damage if it was an attack. Yeah, you managed to get into this thing's systems, and through evaluating it, it's a completely functional scale model, including miniature guns that are firing pellets, which from a successful intellect check probably wouldn't hurt anybody. They're just like scale weapons for fun. Yeah, you see wing controls. You see that its wings can retract into itself for a more. It has like an agile mode and a tank combat kind of mode where it retracts its wings in and goes for straight line speed rather than cornering. And yeah, you get general knowledge of this thing's systems.
Excellent.
Yeah, it calls itself the 3113 V2.
All right. So, well, there's no damage. No, I don't get a special effect on that one, right? Or a minor effect that's on 19 and up.
No, unfortunately not.
Well, now I know a lot about it.
You do, yeah. Anything that requires knowledge of this thing, you would be eased on for every additional roll that you do now. That you have knowledge of this thing.
Excellent.
Yeah. Anyone else can go?
So the sound of footsteps on the metal flooring. Which way is that coming from?
It's coming from over here somewhere.
Okay.
Towards the flow of the convention.
Can I see the what I presume to be security coming in this direction?
I don't know if you can see the security specifically, but you can see the paths of people moving through the crowd hurriedly. I don't know if you can catch the corners of the uniform, but yeah, con security is a fair assumption.
I would like to expand my attempts at drawing attention to directly calling for the security. I'm pretending to assume that they're coming to pick up to sort out this fight, and I'm going to try and
absolutely
draw their attention and say, "Oh, clearly you're here to pick up this reprehensible criminal."
Yeah, I don't think you have to roll to try and get the attention of security. Yeah, on their turn they will run on, but I'll put them on now just for sake of. Yeah. You see 3 security officers, Aguamal badges, rushing onto the scene, very confused, talking into their helmet mics.
Yeah, I would like to I'm now directly addressing them and making all of the same accusations, still playing the video at full volume, and just gesticulating wildly in the direction of Yevon.
Yeah, absolutely. You are still very much the thing drawing attention. You don't have to roll to grab their immediate attention. Yeah, for sure. Ziegler, Fidey, Whittle?
I have something I'd like to do, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to point my gun at Ellie and say, I'd like to politely ask you to tell your security to back off, lest you lose 2 assets today rather than 1. And I'm sure you know what this little thing does at this range, and I smile politely at the magnetic needler pointing straight at her. I'd like to do an intimidate roll.
You take your turn to intimidate. Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Before, I will give you the chance to change your mind, and that pretty much anything you try to do to Ellie is going to be difficulty 7.
Difficulty 7.
Yeah.
That's. I think that's still doable in the current circumstances. I've got intimidation skills, like she has no gun.
I'm not telling you that you can't do it. I'm just.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's difficult, but I think it's still doable.
Yep. So intimidation. Is this physical intimidation or more your words? More the gun pointing at her? What stat are you trying to use here? Well, it doesn't matter in your case, but.
Yeah, I'm gonna use. I'd like to key it off speed if at all possible.
Sure.
What does that mean in terms of fiction? Just so I know for future.
In terms of fiction, I think this is you moving very quickly and trying to play off her disorientation and the intensity of the loud bang and the glitter bomb and everything going on, that you suddenly being in her face is like quite disruptive and
Actually, I
stressful.
might not be in her face. My gun might be at the back of her head, and I'm seeing this from behind. Just in terms of how things
Right, okay.
ran today.
Sure. Fictionally, sure. Yeah. All right.
And it's a good place to take the gun from as well.
Yeah.
Can I get I assume I can get an assent from her no longer having a gun. I have intimidation just there.
Sure.
And I also assume I can get magical help from Cinch. So that's
yes, this is a physical thing still, yeah.
Yeah, so that's 3.
Difficulty 5.
Difficulty 4. No, that's 3 things because all souls have intimidation.
Right, you didn't mention that yet. So 7 minus she doesn't have a gun, minus Cinch's help, minus intimidation. Yeah.
Yep. Well, let's see if I have anything else real quick. I don't think I do. Like, the fact that I have a gun pointed right at her seems like pretty much the entry point for it. Not exactly an asset, but if you want to give me an extra point, I'll take it.
No, Ellie is not. She's seen combat before.
Cool. So that's gonna be
You're a weapons manufacturer.
Yeah. I mean, just because you make guns does not necessarily mean like you've seen actual action. She might have.
That's true.
I don't know, but so yeah. This is going to be baseline of 4, and I'm going to put in 2 effort into that and see how that goes. Yay!
Yeah, I think what this buys you is not suddenly a tremorous wreck, but she doesn't start fighting against you immediately, I think, is the success of your intimidation. Yeah, Ziegler, Whittle.
So if you look at the precise locations on this particular infographic, you see that when these things are taken into consideration, you've got a wide variety of different combinations of things to bear in mind when you're dealing with these sorts of passengers. As I'm sure you know, given your long experience in this line of work, how some of the truly unruly passengers could be really quite detrimental to the health of a ship in general. But you see, what's your opinion on blah 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 blah?
Yeah, enthralling Hammond.
Yep.
Cool. And last but not least, Ziegler.
Can I activate Foci Frenzy?
You definitely can activate Foci Frenzy. What does that look like?
Well, I've just blown a hole in the wall, and then realised that Ellie was armed and disarmed. So I've just gone into a blind rage and pulled the shot. Well, I've got the shotgun out ready to fire, and I'm screaming at the top of my lungs at this point.
It says, while you wish, you can enter this state, so it doesn't take your action.
I thought it took an action to do that.
No, you're in combat. You can choose to be frenzied.
Okay, so that just ups my edges speed.
Yeah.
It cost me 1 intellect, doesn't it?
Yeah, it doesn't take your turn at all. Just costs you the point. Yeah.
It cost me 1 intellect, but I've got 1 intellect edge.
Yep. So yeah, it's free.
And then I'm going to shoot at Ellie with my shotgun.
Absolutely.
Come on, she's a hot. Fine, whatever. I can't stop Ziegler from shooting an unarmed woman at all.
No, I'd shoot her if she was unarmed. So you know what? Go for it, Ziggy.
Difficulty 7. You're in immediate range, so it's eased by 1 to base of 6.
Yep. And then I'm going to spend an effort on it. I don't think I've got anything else to help me with it, to be honest.
Well, it's a physical task, so wouldn't enable works or enable others works too.
Yep. Yeah. Cinch helping you. Yeah.
Is her
support on this one?
Cinch's help aura.
Her intimidated state from Brady.
I mean,
What?
I don't want to help with this, but I think her being distracted by having a gun to her head and saying, "You're a hostage, you're safe now so long as you do what we say," would probably help distract her from getting shot with a shotgun at
Sure.
near point range.
If you want your successful roll to help this one, that would be it used up its effect. But you can have that if you'd like.
I mean,
It's up to you.
I'd rather keep it, I guess. Maybe getting shot by Ziegler will like knock down her morale enough that she'll decide that she actually wants to give up. Like you need to shoot your hostages a little bit so you know they get more pliable.
Right, so it's difficulty 5 then, is it?
Minus inches help, minus immediate range.
So that was
7, 6, 5.
5.
7, 6, 5. Yeah.
Okay, and then
Unless it's something I'm missing.
I'm spending an effort to hit, which costs
Down to
3,
4.
but my edge is 3. So
Yeah, because you're fucking insane, and when you're angry, you're so fast and you're so strong.
plus 3 damage as well.
Yeah.
And 10 damage.
Oh,
Ugh.
it costs you 2 extra because of the armor that you're wearing, so it does cost you 2 points.
How does it?
You're applying effort to a speed roll. Yeah. That's
Does it
what your
work?
armor speed cost is. Yeah.
Is it
Sorry,
speed
bud.
plus?
Yeah, for shooting. Yeah.
Okay, there you go. 10 damage.
Fucking hell. You're applying the plus 3 to damage?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Why not?
Yeah, let me check how much armor Ellie has real quick, so I know exactly how much. Okay, that's how much armor she has. Then math. Cool. That knocks her down to some lower HP value.
Oh no, not lower HP value.
I know, lower HP value. I hate lower HP value.
To
Terrible.
be fair,
Yeah.
I'd be terrified
only-
if she got higher HP value.
That would be broken.
The only hit point that matters is the last one.
Yeah, I mean, Ziegler, you can tell me what this looks like. This is a devastating hit with your shotgun.
What I imagine's happened. So, from the start, she wanders into the room, has a grenade go off in her face that puts glitter in her eyes. Then some Ziegler shoots a wall.
Yeah.
And then Friday comes up and steals her gun, puts a gun to her head, and then Ziegler turns around, screams at her, and then like shoots her directly in the body with a massive shotgun.
Yeah, she's facing you. Like, Friday has a gun to the back of her head. Yeah, as you shoot her, a lot of like is it like buckshot coming out of your shotgun? What's the projectile look like?
It's like heavy buckshot.
Yeah, lots of little metal balls.
Well, I'm imagining the like 0.5 centimeter diameter.
Right. Yeah. So you notice when you shoot, like some of them fizzle out from a force field, but a lot of them make through, and like they hit her directly in the gut. She's bent in two from the force of it, like knocked backwards a bit. The front of her uniform rips and tears where they snag. This devastating hit.
I'm imagining this like from Ziegler's viewpoint, where you just see him like spray this across Ellie, and I assume across the wall. And as you see like Ellie kind of double down, you see Feidi right behind her, like giving like this confused what the fuck, Ziegler? Like look. As you know, there's a spread of pellets and shots like all around the entryway.
In a perfect circle around Feidi.
I don't think there's any mindful just racks his shotgun and aims again.
If you'd missed, you would have hit Feidi, 100%. By the way, and probably Hammond. Just looking at that line. Yeah, let's stick with Ellie, as thanks to your intimidation, she's not going to turn and attack you straight away. Get shot in the gut. She's going to take her turn to like try and dodge and hide and just protect herself. She's going to do her best to to be defensive. I'm just going to take a turn doing that. Bravo is going to squelch around this corner. And Fidey, can you make a speed defense difficulty 4 for me, please?
Probably can. Let me check if I remembered to buy armor of any kind. I don't think I did. No, I did not. So it's just a regular old speed defense. Difficulty 4, right?
Yep, difficulty 4.
Yeah. How much? I don't know how much damage that's going to do I?
You don't know.
Just in case, I'll put it into effort. I think that should be fine.
A sloppy, gloopy limb extrudes from Bravo and tries to swing at you, but your preternatural sensors and jitteriness, and you get like a bleep of warning just the last second, like a proximity alarm.
I reach out and press the button that closes the door.
It's an energy field that isn't on. But comedically, that would be very funny. I appreciate it.
That would have been, yeah.
But yeah, a tentacle tried to slop around the doorway, but you're too quick for it. Hammond goes, I would love to have a mahogany desk, but honestly, mahogany is... sorry, that's not their voice.
I would love to have a mahogany desk, but honestly, we just have MDF. It's so annoying. And I don't even know why we call it man-made anymore when it's all globulons that made it.
Continuing the conversation. Bloodwind, can you make a difficulty 3 speed defense for me, please?
Difficulty 3? Sure, no worries.
Yeah.
Oh, I finally failed.
You get a fishy slap across your cheek, take 1 damage.
You've got proof of assault now.
Exactly, in front of the security guards.
I hardly think that is a suitable reaction. It is without a doubt that you are the most reprehensible of people. How dare you come and attack me for speaking the truth?
These security guards are gonna come over here, and they are gonna attempt to restrain Yevon, and this one just spends their turn moving. They were off screen over here, so they've just ran on in this turn. They were just there for convenience sake. Yeah, they've run on, they see this fight. Those two are going to try and restrain Yevon. Back to player's turn.
I'd like to use Hack the Impossible to gain control of the robot and fly it out of here. Or gain control of the prototype and fly it out.
You'd like to spend your turn like remote controlling this thing?
Yes. And because I have getaway, I can get out. I can hide behind an immediate area, so I can get it out and hide behind the wall.
Yeah, absolutely. Where would you like it to be? Just ping on the map by clicking and holding.
Bad.
It can move a long range in a single turn, so it can basically be pretty much anywhere on the map that you can see or off it.
Okay.
Just run away.
Yeah. It's like literally, I just want to kind of get it away. So let's get it out of the room anyway. Let's get it just kind of over this area.
If you want to tell me that you fly it off the map south and we just consider it as off somewhere where you can recover it later, I'm fine with saying that.
Done. That is what I just said. Thank you for interpreting my.
I figured. Yeah. Yeah. So this zooms off. You put it into the first person flying mode. It's very cool. It's like one of those drone race videos. And you find I don't know, it's under some steps somewhere. up to a stage. You manage to like fly it in there and then power down, so it's unnoticed. Yeah, you spend a full turn doing this, so I'm fine with giving you that. You fly it off for now, with the hole in the wall and everything. Yeah, I'm fine with you saying that you fly this off for now.
I totally fly it off, and I bet my point.
Flutter's voice was coming out of the prototype, which is why I got quieter there.
Yes. Yeah. You will have to recover this later. But for now, it is off the map and in a location that you know.
Excellent.
Good.
Can I hide it like underneath the helter skelter where nobody can see?
Sure, it's underneath those helter skelter steps.
Excellent.
Just hide it in the back of Ziegler's van.
That's a bit far away from here.
That's a little
but
bit.
I like your hustle. Hide it on TTGI station. That would be really convenient.
Just hide it in wolf space.
Yeah. We can just go now. We got everything.
Actually, we did get everything, and we can go now.
Well, we just have to survive getting out of here.
Yeah, pretty much.
But so that's Cinch's turn. The rest of us need to get out of here.
Yeah.
So I would like to not expedite that, but help that along. I'd like to try and intimidate Ellie again. I think she might be more pliable this time around for whatever reason, Maybe a lot of reasons.
She spent her turn being entirely defensive, so the baseline is difficulty 8. Which is a 24 on a D20.
Ugh.
Oh, shoot her.
She's a scientist. I'm not going to shoot a scientist.
It'll also still be difficulty 8. I think the start running is probably a good move, just saying.
I would feel bad for her if you didn't have the capability when they started of doing 18 damage in one turn to her.
Yes.
Listen, you're all very lucky she hasn't had a chance to attack anybody yet.
Thank you, Glitter Bomb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Feige.
And Feige.
I might try to metagame intimidate her rather than make it a roll. Is there such a thing as a held action?
You can hold your action if you'd like. I don't think there's much advantage to it in Cypher system, but you tell me and
okay.
Tell me your intent, and I'm
gonna lower my magnetic needler. I'm gonna raise up her own gun, like the Ellie Eliminator, I think it's called, right?
Ellie Enemy Eliminator.
Oh, is that right?
Evaporator. Ellie Enemy Evaporator. Sorry.
The Ellie. Oh, the Ellie Enemy Evaporator. So, are you sure that it works on Ellie's? I'm pretty sure it works on Ellie's. Anyway, I'm gonna point the Ellie Evaporator at Ellie, and I say I strongly suggest that you go to your security team and ask for immediate extraction.
Yeah,
and I'm gonna hold my action, and if she does anything else, I'll shoot her.
I will tell you right now, she is going to do something else. So if you want to shoot her, it's difficulty 8.
Unless you use that Cypher, right, and it's just 1d6 times 3 damage to it.
You have to hit
Do
before
it.
the damage applies.
This single shot weapon on a hit deals.
Oh, on a hit.
Yeah. That is all very fair, but if she does anything, she's no longer going to be acting defensively. I'm going to be able to shoot her more accurately, and as a character beat, I'd like to give her the option of not immolating herself against myself or Ziegler.
Yeah, you can hold action, shoot after Ellie goes. That's fine.
Yep.
All right.
Can I throw a scalpel grenade in their general direction and sort of step through this hole?
A scalpel grenade thrown at Ellie would definitely also hit Feide and Hammond.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I've
Ziegler's
assessed the
such a nice
situation.
person.
I've assessed the situation and decided that Fidey's life is worth the grenade.
Fidey, are you okay with this?
I mean, no, but I don't really get a choice. Actually, I guess I do get a choice because there's like that thing we established.
It's in the lines and veils, so you do get a choice here.
I don't really care that much. Go ahead. Like it's Ziegler being Ziegler. It's funny. I'm fine. And also
Okay.
it's damage.
What's the damage on a scalpel grenade?
I don't know, to be honest.
A scalpel grenade. The effect of a scalpel grenade is it deals 2 points of damage in an immediate radius. Plus, you have to make a might defense roll or lose 2 armor.
Okay.
It's an AP grenade.
Okay, so if I was to throw it, do I have to aim at a specific person with a grenade, or do I just throw it at an area?
I mean, you still have to roll to hit, but you're in immediate range, so it's eased.
Roll to hit Hammond, and then it'll hit Ellie by proxy.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. If I aim at Hammond,
Hammond's easier.
Yeah, if you aim at Hammond, it would hit all 4 people there. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna aim at Hammond.
Cool. That's difficulty 4. That's not immediate range through the threshold because of the way it works. That's short range, so you don't get that bonus. So it's difficulty 4.
I'll spend an effort, so I effectively cost me 2, right?
Cinches thingy.
Yep, because you have and you get Cinch's help aura because you're throwing a grenade, and Cinch being there is just like you want to impress Cinch. So
there you go. That's a hit.
Yeah, so Fidey take 2 damage. Bravo, Hammond, and Ellie take 2 damage. Fidey, you don't have any armor.
This is might, right?
It starts in might always, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Fidey, make a speed roll, and if you beat a 14, then you can avoid the 2 damage. I'll rule it that way.
I'll just roll it flat.
You've been attacked by Ziegler, basically, so we'll roll it.
Yeah, I mean, that's generally what I expect.
Yeah, you take 2 damage.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. So this grenade explodes, and instead of like fragmentation or glitter or anything else we've come to expect from a grenade, it's like thin shreds of razor wire that go in all directions. Hammond and Bravo take it especially badly. Whittle, you get to see the horrifying scene of razor wire ripping through jelly. There's flecks of their body go flying and flutter against the countertop.
Horrifying, but also oddly satisfying.
Yeah, somehow really squelchy. It makes a horrendous sound. These feelings are damaged. It takes damage. He has to make a roll.
Hammond's enthrall is broken.
Hammond's enthrall is broken. I suspect that you're not too upset by that.
Not particularly.
Yeah. And is anyone not? Yeah, we've got.
I haven't
Bloodwind
gone yet.
And
neither
Whittle.
is Whittle, I think.
Yeah.
Whittle, do you want to do
and
something?
Ellie hasn't gone either. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So is Ellie's armor reduced by 2 if she fails a might roll then?
It is, yeah. But I've done that in secret.
Okay.
Does Whittle want to do something?
If you go, I can act accordingly.
Okay. So this grenade has just gone off through there. I assume it's going to be hard for me to distract the security from the grenade going off in the booth they're right next to.
Yes. Probably.
Okay. I believe I'm going to continue my act as a concerned citizen and react to the grenade going off by running away.
Yeah, absolutely. You can move up to a short range. So you can be roughly like over here or down here somewhere.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I'm going to start disconnecting myself from networks and like covering my tracks, that kind of thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, awesome. Whittle.
Whittle will, seeing the grenade go off and the security appear behind with the enthrall wearing off, will kind of like turn and like go a little ways up to the security forces and be like, "Oh my goodness gracious, what's going on here? What? Oh goodness! Thank goodness security is here. Have you seen what's going on in there? It's all very strange. I don't quite understand, but I'm sure some wise men like yourself will see to it that this is dealt with appropriately, and will use calm stranger on all three of them."
Oh my god.
Nice.
I'm not sure if this is going to have the intended effect, but I'm here for it. Oh, awesome. Yeah, just on all three security guards.
Yeah, like
You have to spend your 2 points.
I
right?
have indeed.
Yeah, cool. Okay, so all three security guards are under the effect of calm person, calm stranger. Yeah, cool. Oh, that's me. It's my. Yeah, I speak now. That's me part. Yeah, so these three guards, Yevon is going to take their turn and run off this way, fuming and screaming obscenities at the guards. The guards are going to look at each other and say, "Huh, must have been the wind." Basically, they are suddenly unconcerned about the grenade that's just gone off. They are very calm and chilled out. Like, we've just been in a fight, we just saw an explosion, but yeah, it doesn't bother us. This really fascinating little creature that we want to take to dinner, and just really concerned about Whittle's well-being. And like, "Are you okay? I'm sorry. Can we get you anything? You need water? We can take you to first aid. Are you okay?" And yeah. Oh god, this feels mean, but I think it's the only course of action they would take. Feidi, can you make 2 difficulty 4 speed rolls for me, please?
Oh, Jesus, okay.
You're in melee range with all 3 enemies, which I feel mean, but
Like,
Yeah.
I mean, Feidi kind of called it at the beginning of the episode when I said he's the only one who's been.
he kind of jumped over the counter into the middle of all the enemies.
Oh, actually, yeah, I guess it's like just more rules. Yeah, I put a difficulty 2 on those. I don't know, but I think roll 7 would have failed a difficulty 4, so I think succeeded 1 and failed another. Therefore,
Because
2
you
rolls.
still have like Cinch's aura of help, right? Because it's
Oh yeah, I do.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
So-
that applies to defenses as well, but the 7 still fails.
Yep.
4 damage.
4 damage.
Yeah.
Do I get to choose where it goes, or where does it go?
It starts with might and then goes to speed and
Okay.
then to intellect.
So it's I am less mighty.
Yeah. Ellie is sees Hammond slap you with a tentacle, and I will take the opportunity to roll while you're disoriented to like roll away from your pointing her weapon at her, and is gonna run over here, and is gonna yell at Cinch, "What are you doing? Bring that back now!" And that's her turn.
your turn.
Feidi's activation.
But she didn't do any hostile stuff, and I like for Ziegler it would be
Shoot her!
Feidi, if you would like to shoot her, you can shoot her. It's your choice.
Give me an intervention here. I think I want to hear an intervention of some kind. because there's so much conflict going on. At least I want to get 6p out of it somehow.
I mean, like, if I just asked for what? What?
Give you an intervention? What?
I'm not. I don't want to shoot just some random scientist just because she has a gun that can melt people.
The only intervention that comes to mind is like you drop the gun and lose the Cypher. Like, I don't want to offer you an intervention and make you cost an XP. I can't think of a good one right now.
You could just shoot Hammond instead, even if he slapped you.
You know what? Instead, I held my turn, right? So I kind of still have action.
You can have
now.
your turn. Yeah, I'm fine with that. I'm not going to be mean. You just waited in the order.
Yeah. If Ellie had like commanded some security troopers or whatever, I would have totally shot her, or tried to slap me ineffectively. Also same, but at this point, like it's like
if Ellie punches you, it does 7 damage.
Seriously,
She's not going to though.
If she shoots you, it does up to 18.
Like, stop! Just shoot her!
Oh!
Attack her! Do something!
She is straight up about to punch Cinch.
Like, this is not going to go well for Cinch at all.
She's threatening Cinch right now.
No, she's not. She's just like requesting rudely.
Oh, buddy, the next time I get to blow you up.
So rude to ask for your property back from a thief.
It's incredibly rude, yes.
Yeah. Oh, how unreasonable.
I mean, if it's her property, then where is it? She doesn't know.
Possession is 9/10 of the law.
That's such a take.
It used to be her property, actually.
No, it's Cinch's.
Can you take additional movement as an action?
If you move more than an immediate distance, that's your entire turn. Unless you have a special ability, which you have Fleet of Foot.
Yeah, I'm wondering how that stacks with what I can do, and if it stacks. Can I use that to move a bit and then move even more? That's basically what I'm thinking doing. Of just like noping out rather.
Noping out is a good move.
Fleet of Foot lets you move a short distance and take another action.
And can I take that action to move more? Or
yes, you can. You can move a short distance and then a short distance if you want. Yeah.
Okay.
Which is equivalent to a long distance, I believe. So.
Yeah.
Okay, and that would be enough for me to get off entirely, right?
Long distance is basically this entire map, yeah. At the scale we're at currently.
Okay, so I guess I'm gonna make the roll to see if I can actually do that. I assume I can.
Yeah.
I have Cinch's. Actually, no. I think Cinch still needs. It's not an R. Cinch needs to choose to help me with this, and I don't know if you'll choose to help me with noping out. Will you?
I don't think you need to roll to nope out. I think you just move.
No, but
for Fleet of Foot, you could move a short distance without succeeding on the roll, or if he succeeds, it can just be off the map.
Okay.
Yeah, if you succeed at a difficulty speed rolls run, blah blah blah. But I still need to succeed that difficulty to speed roll, and for that I might need an asset for which Cinch's help would help if she wants to give it.
You can have it, but I'm gonna blow you up at the first opportunity I get. No, go for it. Yeah, no. It's
if you
like,
don't move soon, Hammond's gonna slap you again. What's going on?
I've been pre-blown up many times. Like you guys have a credit line, and
what are you doing?
It's close to being maxed out. I'm running.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's gonna
feel
be
free to put yourself somewhere on the map.
Difficulty 1.
Yeah. Right, gain an XP.
Now he gets one.
God.
Gain an XP.
Oh, great. Okay.
Yeah, and you can give an XP to somebody else.
I'm gonna give it to Cinch, obviously. I do get to run the short distance, which is gonna be just to this wall, I guess.
No, you don't
Oh.
get to run that short distance. You fall on your face. Your Heelys catch on something.
Oh, this happened last time where you almost
That's
died.
Yeah.
You fell through a
Okay.
door into 3 people last time.
Your intervention is, you too impulsive, trying to run too quickly. You try to pop onto your Heelys and you just slap. Yeah, you fall over.
Yeah. Okay. Whatever.
Yeah, I don't think that's unfair.
Yeah. That's fair.
Oh,
Player's turn. So if you want to go again immediately,
No,
then
it's
you.
my turn. I go
Yeah.
after the enemies, right?
No,
Well,
no. It came
Oh, only on
around.
the first one. Okay.
After the first round, we were all together.
You can go. You're all together now,
Oh, okay.
but you could go if you want.
Ziegler's going to come back into the room after the safety of the grenade not being in the room anymore.
Right. Okay. Hang on. Right. Who is going? Ziegler going.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
moving.
Ziegler, you
I'm
move.
stepping back into the room because there's not a
Cool.
grenade about to go off in here.
Yep.
And then I'm going to shoot at Ellie.
Cool. Difficulty
Come
7.
on. Why? What did she ever do?
Is there a +1 from thingy still?
You're in immediate range, so it's 6, and Cinch is helping you, so it's 5.
5. No, I'll put an effort to hit, which cost me 2 even with the thing.
Yep.
Why are we trying to kill her really when we can just leave?
Yeah.
You just tried to leave. Look how well that went.
I think you do notice when you shoot Ziegler, you miss. I think this computer console gets fucking unalived.
Right.
But you do notice that some pellets do pass by her, and her force field doesn't crackle into life. I think you see remnants of the shrapnel damage. You can successfully infer that her armor was reduced by your shrapnel, by a scalpel grenade.
That's very useful.
Yeah. Any other player can go.
I'm not even gonna get up really to roll. I'm just gonna get that prone position or that skaters do, hands behind back. I'm gonna push myself off the wall and hopefully roll right out of here, just shouting "less corpses, less trouble."
Sure, absolutely.
I still need to make that roll though, which is gonna.
If you want to be fully off the map, then yeah.
I do.
Difficulty 1. Yeah, success. You roll your way out of here. I think if you want, for story purposes, you can slide in at the end of your momentum right next to conveniently the prototype. You're like, oh, this is here.
Roll everyone's hidden.
That's hilarious. I don't really want to do that, but it's funny, so I do.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. This isn't actually on the map. This is just so I don't lose the tokens.
Yeah. Fair.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Sorry, you can move a short distance in an action.
Yeah.
If you take your whole turn, you can move a short distance. Yeah.
Okay, and then because I can use getaway and just pay for it with 2 speed points, I can then move another short distance.
Getaway is incredibly strong, and I love it. Yep, you can move short and then short.
Excellent. So for my action, can I run out of the room trying to pull Ziegler with me? And then pay for the getaway?
Trying to pull Ziegler would be an action. So you have an action, and then you can move a short distance. Is how the ability works. So it's up to you what your action is.
Okay. Yeah. So I'll kind of like. So from going. Oh no! Stop that computer. So yeah, I'll try and pull Ziegler out of the room and use getaway afterwards to just move a short distance.
Ziegler, are you a willing target?
Sure.
You get dragged a short distance backwards.
Okay, so I've gone out of the room, back into the room, then back out of the room again.
Yeah.
Like, all right, we're running, big guy. And I'm just using my 2 points to like run away from the scary lady who could punch me to death.
Whittle.
Totally shouting, "Finders keepers!"
Whittle will
Finders keepers.
like end her calm stranger saying like, "Oh goodness gracious, I do hope that Automacon isn't like this next year." As she starts walking out,
Sure.
just move a short distance.
Technically, you couldn't move and do that. However,
No, I'm
this.
saying that she's no longer using calm stranger. Is just what I was saying.
Oh,
by doing that.
as you come out of it. Sorry.
Yeah.
Right, I misunderstood. Yeah, I mean, very clearly, I think functionally everyone is clear of this map and manages to get away from the situation. What the aftermath is will remain a mystery for now. Yeah, so I think the scene. I mean, you can all tell me if this is different, but I think if we reconvene in the garage area with the prototype hovering in the back of Ziegler's van, I think that would be appropriate.
At one point, Cinch just tried riding it. We all know that would happen.
Yeah, it can't quite take your weight. Like, it scrapes along the ground when you try to do that. Like, its hover generators are for show more than anything. It's definitely not weight bearing.
We then hide it in the back of Ziegler's van for the trip back to wherever we're dropping it off.
So
Yeah. As you come back to the garage, sorry, you can ask a question.
No, it's fun.
Yeah, as you come back to the garage area, everyone with a communicator and Fidey when you check your email later, you all have a waiting message from Shiri.
Who?
Ooh, let's read that one.
Yep, pull it up.
For context, Fidey, Shiri is an assistant to Agent Handler Wolf, who has been on the ground in Automacon for several sessions, generally like managing missions and running agents in as Wolf's proxy. Yeah, you have a short video message. It's Shiri with his hood down. He looks to be in the cleaning cupboard again. There's like shelves behind him. And she's a short video message, and it's just let me scroll, let me find it. Yeah. Yeah, so it comes on screen, and you just say, "Thanks a lot. We can't operate covertly at Automacon anymore. Wolf's Ensemble are punning out of the event. What was that absolute mess, you incompetent oafs? Get out of Automacon now." And then the last clip of the message before it cuts off is the door to the cupboard that he's in barges open, and it's a reporter with a microphone running forward towards him. Then behind it, like a camera with a light on it, like, Mr. Shuri, can you answer some questions, please? As it fuzzes and cuts off.
I think we did pretty well.
I didn't think we were like, we didn't blow the whole stand up.
The con's over tomorrow anyway. What more work was there to do?
Cinch is just like, I can ride this thing. How could we secretly have gotten that out of there? Oy.
You can gain 900 health each.
I committed not a single act of violence. I don't know what he's complaining about.
Neither did I. In fact, I was assaulted by a criminal.
I mean, I'm gonna take Ziegler aside. I'm just gonna say, you know, big man, one of these days I'm gonna shoot you, and I'm gonna need you to not hold it against me. Okay, good.
You can try, but I feel like somebody else, one of us is gonna end up with a bullet in the head first.
I mean, yes, me, because you've already done that multiple times. I'm just saying, what goes around comes around, and don't come whining to me when it does.
Yeah, that's why I wear a bulletproof helmet.
Fair.
Also, Cinch, why did we steal this thing?
Well, look, it's cool. I can ride it.
Yeah,
It's
but-
kind of like scrape the ground.
I went to a lot of effort, and then there was a person I wanted to kill, and you pulled me away from the fight.
Well,
And
I
now
mean, don't worry, big guy. I'll let you kill the next one. I promise.
You said that.
I got you a cleaning robot, didn't I?
I suppose so.
And I let you destroy the one on stage, right?
I don't think that's how that went down, but
Like, who's got your back, big guy? Don't worry. I'll be like, we'll find you another cleaning robot to wreck. Does that make you feel better?
all right.
Whistle's got another Slurpee.
What color is it?
Like a blended flamingo.
Cool.
It's like, oh, cool.
Is it
we
also
have-
flamingo flavored or?
Quite possibly.
What's the last shot that we get of the gang before we cut to credits?
Do we have time for Cinch to do 2 of 3 on Glitterbot? So it might be her cursing at this again, or, rousing success.
What difficulty was it last time?
I think it was 4. It wasn't super high, because he's only a level 3.
Yeah. Make your roll. Feel free. For the benefit of the listeners, this is a project that Cinch is working on to reinstate a broken robot.
I have tinkering with devices, so can I make it a 2?
No, this is more about like finding the parts than it is actually doing the work.
Okay. Last time you let me use Find the Way. Can I use that again?
You can use Find the Way just because I find it amusing. Yeah, 2 of 3.
All right.
Nice. Yeah, I think this time, when it powers on, it stands up and starts searching for enemy targets before it shuts off again.
Just like looked, I'm like, I'm gonna have to fix that part before I turn him on again.
Blodwyn has an Elena Fiaffa optic automatic that they were planning to have implanted. Yes. Since this is the last day of Automacon, would it be possible for them to see if there's anybody around that would be able to give advice, if not actually perform the operation?
Yeah, if you want the final shot of Bloodwind for the episode, can be you on a table about to undergo the operation, and we can talk about mechanically afterwards.
That was good to me.
Cool. Yeah. We get a shot of Bloodwind walking into a clinic, and then ending up on the table.
I think Ziegler just locks himself in the van and starts playing
and
tunes.
the
from-
camera pans slightly, and you see me in the next table because of course you do.
Yeah, I think in front of you, Ziegler, is a perfect sandwich.
One on the dashboard that's been left there with some ginger hairs.
Yep.
And then I lock the van and start playing banging tunes from my stereo.
Yeah. And think the banging tunes from your stereo start off quiet and then stereotypically grow into the ending theme as the credits snap in. And we get the music. It's a slightly different one. It's like mixed with the Automacon theme and mixed with the theme from Ziegler's van. It's like a funky, heavy bass remix of the normal outro music. And then it fades out towards the end of the credits. And as an after credit scene, we see Ellie in the ruined booth as Hammond and Bravo pushing themselves back together. And Ellie says, "Oh, I'm sorry, Hammy B. I think we're getting fired." And the end of the after credit scene.